4 of them. See, and I'll make it. I'll try to explain my crazy reasoning in having 4 of them. It's because one of them I started years ago, and then I decided, you know what, that's going to be for my political matrix channel. And then the other one, I decided that's going to be for my what I've been thinking, or now what we've been thinking channel. And then I have my other one that's for the Hebrew apologetics page. And then I have the other one where I upload all the videos from all 3 channels.
Okay, I think so. I tagged Marcus James Cage and News Dump.
Okay, and News Dump is where
there too.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I forgot that I forgot that I even started the live. But welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us. Our other 2 co-hosts will be joining us shortly, and as you can see, we have a lovely and wonderful guest with us tonight. The ever radiant, ever brilliant Mrs. Glory Jones. How are we doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. First day of 2021. It wasn't terrible, so I'll take that as a good sign.
You did it wrong.
Oh shit, 2022. My bad.
And Elle, how are we doing there?
We aight.
We aight. And there we go. I see my buddy, Mr. Cy Lawson. How are we doing tonight, sir?
What's good, man? Just here chilling, man. Just, I had to work today, unexpectedly, but
I know that's I'm glad to see you here nonetheless. Working under the woman, hopefully. I'm not going to go there with the jokes tonight. Wait for a moment. Let these spirits get all the way within me.
I feel you. I'm gonna need one too. Elle, what's up? Glory, what's up? Nice to see you.
Yeah, you too. So, yeah.
Goodness.
So anybody do anything interesting last night?
I just kind of hung out with my sister. That's really it.
Okay. What about you, Elle?
No more than usual. Just watched a shitty movie on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
And also, we have joining us our good brother and comrade over there, Mr. Steve Poikinen. How we doing tonight?
How are you? Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
What up?
I figured now that I figured out this kind of screen share thing. Well, let's just give credit. Jalen taught me how to do this, but let's see if I can figure this shit out right. I'm gonna try to show that the little work which I put so much effort into trying to create. Let's see if it works. Trying to show this little promo because normally when I send it over to Chris, it comes across super choppy. So let's see how it works. Let's give it a go.
You are here because you have a question. A question that you need an answer to. Thanks for joining me.
Modern free masonry as we see it. Negative shit to say about Trump, and then you get caught. What happened for the next couple of cities?
Hey, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, you also want to see
Oh, okay.
It actually turned out all right.
I dig the effect at the end there. Impressive.
Oh,
okay.
It actually. What was that there?
Oh, I just said I dig the effect at the end.
Yeah, I was trying to do a little something, I see we got a couple of friends in the chat. Always good to see. We got Ethan in here. Variant, of course, always good to have you. Anthony in the building. Mariana and Extra Bola. Sweet. Tonight we got a fun show. We're going to talk about all the crazy shit that's went on all this year. bring back some stuff that maybe we didn't remember, some shit that maybe we need to remember to get us ready for some shit that's going to go on to next year. I see Choosy Heretic also joining us. I caught Steve the other day. He was on with Uncle, can't remember his name right now. Drawing a blank.
Oh,
You guys-
Warren?
Yes, Uncle Warren. You guys were talking some comedy. It was pretty entertaining watch you fellas go back and forth and listen to some of the predictions. I remember some of those predictions you made, and watching them actually come to fruition was very interesting.
Marcus, you forgot the shout out for ICU.
Oh shoot, I do see ICU in the building. I always think about they got ICU here, and then when ICU is on what is it called? Where we're
Discord?
in Discord. Spicy U. It's hilarious the way that's titled. So definitely a lot of fun. And all those people out there, make sure you tweet this out, do whatever, your Facebooks, Twitters, Discord, let everybody know that we're live, because you know that they don't like to give us too much love over here at the Political Matrix. So I have a ruckus, long list of stuff to go through that we've seen. Just a couple of them. I will let you guys all stop me when you want to stop and dig in on any of these topics. But started off with, don't beat me up, January 6th. I'm not going to call it a insurrection or any of that nonsense that they were calling it, but we had that go on. Of course.
I mean, the worst thing to happen to our great country since 9/11, potentially even worse.
Hey, you know what? If you ask me, I'm sure it was worse. You know,
It was like 1,000 million 9/11s wrapped up in a coronavirus, surrounded by Vladimir Putin and Rand Paul. It was terrible. It's terrible.
But you know
Put
they
him
love
in
it.
jail. Lock him up.
Hang on. I might need some Chardonnay and a little bit of Maddow to make it through this.
Hey, you guys haven't seen, Spirited, Marcus, this kind of Spirited, but it's going to be an interesting show tonight, definitely, because
Shit, I'll be right back. Let me go get my weed. I'm gonna roll a joint for this.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Yes. Hi, Steve is a good Steve. It's a hilarious Steve.
Oh my God.
But that's why I say I wish we could all get toasted right now. I can't get that toasted anymore. But boy, never mind. I'm gonna be sitting there fantasizing and thinking about it. Oh yeah, by the way, we are doing a before I get more into this list of stuff, because we've already started off so horribly, and I'm pretty sure most of us are traumatized by the events of January 6th. Pretty sure, plenty.
It's almost the anniversary.
Plenty.
So we must remember.
Of most of us here.
It was an attack on a thriving democracy. I mean, before it's like everything was fine,
I mean, if only January 6th wouldn't have happened, we would be perfectly fine. I mean, I'm pretty sure it would be nothing but puppies and rainbows, right?
All elections are legitimate.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
single one.
You gotta hit everybody up on what we got going on tomorrow.
The Matrix, presented by the Political Matrix team and Super Opera Funcast. We will present a radio play of The Matrix with the good one, the first one. So it's going to be pretty big. 3 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
And it is not
no instructions there.
It is not too late if you guys want to join in and participate. There are a couple of spots still left over, so you want to hop in, now's your chance.
You want to be Cypher and Tank? Come on and join.
Or
We
else,
need them.
or else it's more entertaining for you to watch me play multiple characters, then hey, then leave it the way it is, people.
That's why I gave it to you, because you can handle it.
Well, I mean, I can't.
Wow.
Marcus Cage plays Eddie Murphy playing The Matrix.
What?
Marcus Cage plays Tyler Perry playing The Matrix. It is the Wachowski sisters now. You could.
Yes, now.
It could be a Tyler Perry reboot.
And that was a good he tied that together nicely. The Wachowski sisters, Tyler Perry, you got to dress like a woman. That was good.
I'm not even high yet, man. We're just getting started.
We were just I see our brother in the building also. Shadow.
What are they, Shadow Band?
What's up, man? What's up, guys?
Welcome.
Yes,
join us tomorrow.
Oh, and Emmanuel.
And
yeah, hi, Glory. Hi.
How things go.
Hi, what's up, Steve? What's up, Glory?
Everything going down in the A, as they say.
E, can we get you on camera back, man?
Yeah, man.
I need to see the cut. I need to see what you're working with. Pause.
Because you always throw us all those different hairstyles too. I'm missing that. I mean,
no, I got bad lighting. That's what the problem is. I got a new place. And
come on.
Come on, El.
No, that's true. My lighting is bad.
Occasionally.
Look, we're gonna get you the Marcus. Look, we're gonna get you the Marcus ring light teleprompter. It's all in one.
Get you that vlogging kit. It's on sale at Amazon, $39.99 right now.
I think you might need more of a military background to get that teleprompter installed in it, though.
Oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You didn't know?
Gotta worry about that.
You guys.
But we use Marcus's discount.
Cub Scout. So Cub Scout counts too. Actually, weren't you a Weeblos or something?
Who, me?
Yes.
I made it to Boy Scouts, you bastard.
I never made it past the Weeblos. I never did.
Because they blow, right?
Thought they were talking. Yeah, I thought they were talking about the Scoutmaster. I was like, nah, dude, that's okay. I'm all good. I'll pass.
You keep it blowing to yourself, buddy. Nobody's blowing anybody here today.
Yeah, I already know how to make a fire. We're good.
Exactly.
I can shoot. We're all right.
I'm sober.
Me too.
I mean, I
crew. Jack, hey.
Me three.
You're here.
This is what I'm working with.
You see that?
I don't drink anymore.
Is anyone sober on this panel? Try not to be.
Dead sober.
And I see Jack.
I mean, I did just snort a ton of cocaine, but aside from that, it's just the weed and a little bit of PCP and some heroin. But other than that, it's just the Molly and a little bit of acid. But that's all. And this ether. But that's it.
And shrooms provided by Nico.
Well, I got a sponsor. I do.
Shroom sponsor?
Psilocybin Mushroom Chocolate Bar Company that sponsors the show.
See, I need some fun sponsors. I'll tell them, say, hey, I'll sponsor people. I'm not against it.
Big psilocybin.
Kansas City Chiefs sponsor the Political Matrix.
Hey, let's do it. We'll get the proper and everything.
If it was up to Marcus, they would.
Yeah,
they would. I believe they.
Right. We have a big ass chief.
Yeah, just like the Chiefs, they would come through once every 17 years. Every so often, they would give them 3/4 worth of a paycheck because that's about what they're good for in an average football game.
Ouch!
Come on, man. We can do this. We can.
Don't poke that bear.
Well, that's perfect. You know where I left off on our list? The next major event. We have Joe Biden Joe Biden's inauguration.
It was a beautiful moment.
I mean,
that will live in history.
Does anybody remember that? I mean, did something happen?
I remember they got like a
lot of
young
selling out.
black girl to be like to read really shitty poetry.
Yes, that poor child.
I think that we remember better than he does.
True.
Wasn't there like a famous music person trying to get him to appeal to the younger demographic? Or I can't remember who she was.
Beyonce? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't remember. Like
we tried to get Lil Nas X to come play the inauguration.
Has any money launderer actually been desperate enough to buy our Don Cocter NFT for 69 Ethereum yet?
Oh, you should. If you're out there and you're looking for a quality NFT, look no further than the Slow News Day Don Copter NFT. For only 69 Ethereum, you can own your very own Slow News Day Don Copter NFT. Holla at your boy Jack Sith. That's right, Jack Sith with the Don Copter NFT. Marcus, we'll kick it back to you.
Yeah, there we
What's
go.
going on out there in Los Angeles? How's that freeway looking there, buddy?
What are you doing? The best Graham Elwood impersonation there?
No, because
oh
the
no.
difference is I was being funny. I wasn't yelling at you or trying to shame you. That's the primary difference between the comedy that I bring to the table with the comedy that
I'm talking about before he got not funny and not cool.
What have you not heard the Norm Macdonald story?
No, tell us about it.
Which one?
Well, I mean, this is all public and stuff like. So Graham talked about it on the Jimmy Dore show. He was right after Norm died or something like that, or maybe no, just Norm randomly came up. And Graham's like, yeah, I don't really know how I feel about Norm, man. He was really mean to me. He goes, I was bumped out of the first round on Last Comic Standing. That's how he opens the story. I was bumped out of the first round on Last Comic Standing. Like, I guess like early, the first season, second season, something like that. Norm Macdonald told him, hey, you're just not funny. And, hey, you should have been a dog walker.
Damn.
That's rough, Warren. It says here that you played for the troops. Hey, has anyone checked on the troops? Like, that was Norm, dude. Norm on the fucking dude. And apparently it stuck with him because Norm on Twitter, like years later, after Graham had talked about it on the show, Norm gets on Twitter and he's like, I was just watching the Jimmy Moore show. It's a good friend of mine whom I miss greatly. I'm sorry about that Last Comic Standing thing. It didn't even like address Elwood at all. Love that Jimmy Moore.
You got that cadence down perfectly. For those who don't remember, and he's on our list of those who passed this year.
Bro, I got wild out on some Norm, dude. I will. I loved that, man.
The one I love.
He was good.
Roasting the shit out of Hillary. Oh, that's classic.
Oh, I thought
a View clip.
I thought when The View, when he was on The View and he
watch that.
All of them collectively cringe at the same time.
Yeah, he murdered a guy.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He didn't even say allegedly. I thought that was common knowledge.
No, he didn't say allegedly. But he made all the room collectively cringe.
We have to say allegedly.
The audience was laughing, but the commentator,
oh God!
Like,
no, I thought you were supposed to be funny, or some shit like that. She tells him, "No, you can't say that. He's like, what? What are you talking about? Everybody knows it. He's a murderer. He's just letting it loose, dude. It's great, man.
I know. I
Barbara
definitely-
Walters used to hang out with Ghislaine Maxwell, just for
Yes.
the record.
Yes.
Was good, was at a party with her, but I'm sure they never met. It's fine.
But at this point, who hasn't that hooker been at a party with? I mean, good Lord.
Pimp or Madam, actually.
Well, I think she checks all the boxes at this point.
Yeah, she tested things out.
Yes, she's a tester. Men, women, old, young, short, crippled, it doesn't matter. Just get them in there, test them all out, make sure they're good to go. Give them all a whirl, as they say.
She was allegedly pregnant too at one point, but there's not any information.
Like, what's hella weird about that is Warren's like easily 10, 15, 30 years older than me. We were on the, I did a like just last spur of the moment live stream last night for New Year's. Several people happened to get in on it. Warren was one of those people. Franklin, dude, part of Roar Media, Amber King's much better half. I was on with Amber, and I realized that if you took Franklin and Warren and you put them together, you would get Steven Seagal.
What?
What's he up to?
What?
I wonder.
Steven Seagal, what is he up to?
He's just getting on.
Isn't he sparring with Putin in the gym or some shit? Isn't that where he hangs out these days in Russia?
He's staring intently at a particular branch on a bonsai.
Yo, that dude, his movies, like, he never got hit in his movies. It was like, yo, come on, man. Like, even Bruce Lee took a shot.
He'd come in at like
But then that-
275 on the fucking like carnivore and couch diet too.
And you ought to see like his kicks now, and like actually, I want to say probably for like the past 15 years, every one of his kicks probably got about 3 inches off the ground, but somehow the guy would just a gut shot. The guy could be like 6'10". He's still and then he like grabs his ear or something fucking retarded.
Mad TV did the best take of Seagal like ever, where like
Yes,
every single
Will
time,
Sasso.
right? He did. Yeah, he did. He
Will
did the
fucking
best take of Steven
Sasso.
Seagal
Yes.
ever. You ticked him off, you snapped your neck. You ticked him off, you snapped your neck. You got something wrong, snapped your neck. It was crazy.
Love it.
Oh, I gotta read this one. This is great. Steven Seagal is a walking stack of pancakes. Wow. I wonder, does he have Mrs. Butterworth on him or not? Because he would probably be in the gym all glazed up and everything. I'm just playing. I don't want everybody getting stuck with that mental. Says DMX got pieces of Steven
Thomas, what's
Seagal.
up, man?
What's up, Thomas? Glad to have you in here, brother.
What's up, Thomas?
Welcome.
I mean, yeah, we don't need any visuals of Steven Seagal. I mean, especially like what I loved. I don't know, loosely use the word love, but nobody ever made reference to Steven Seagal running. Nobody ever paid attention to that shit. Yo, he's already ahead of me. And I was like, what are you like slapping yourself while you're running? It was the worst run I've ever seen. And
But he portrayed that too he portrayed that weird way he ran in the
But the thing that what makes it worse is like if you just like concentrate on his face while he's doing it, he's literally gonna kill you with his stare while he's doing like the most feminine run
where
I've
his
ever
arms
seen
are flailing.
a man do. And I would love to see that now that he's like about 335 pounds. I would love to see that run now. What it's like with his tight black jeans he loves to wear. All we need now is to start balding.
Yeah, he looked like a dark-haired kingpin now. You know, from Daredevil on Netflix. Yeah, he just looked like the dark hair version of Kingpin. He got real big. But
he used to be really small or really skinny.
Yeah, he was thin.
Steven Seagal? No, he was never like skinny.
No.
He was always
He thought that was his whole thing, man. He was a fucking hella big dude in Aikido, and he was using your momentum against you, and like that was his whole fucking shtick, dude. Like, see, he wasn't ever he was okay. I understand if you're looking at Steven Seagal in 2021, 2022 versus Steven Seagal in 1995. Yes, it looks like Steven Seagal ate that Steven Seagal, but he's just he's a hella big dude anyway. So fat Steven Seagal looks like he consumed the previous version of himself. For sure. For sure. He's just large. L-O-R-G, large.
But I mean, him before he wasn't never really a skinny, small guy. I mean, we're talking about at least what is he like 6'3", like plus 200 pounds?
Yeah.
That's when he was in his young days, plus 200 pounds.
He was a sheriff in some like bumfuck town or something like that.
He had his own show, and he would arrest people.
I mean, imagine you were in that
Arapio or something like that. He was.
I was gonna say, imagine being in that town, because you know Shaq, he became a cop too. Imagine those two fucks trying to run you down. I mean, you probably get caught because looking back, laughing at what that looks like, watching them chase you. But
I mean, Shaq in his prime, I would be terrified.
No, I'm getting caught. But I don't know, maybe not. But I mean, I don't know if it's like if I'm getting chased down in a straight line by Shaq, I'm getting caught. If I have the opportunity to like duck out the way and grab something hard made out of fucking steel and swing it right at a kneecap or something, I probably got a chance.
Yeah.
Jump up and throat shot the motherfucker.
Probably couldn't reach his face.
If you
no, I would need a step stool. I would. Hang on, wait. I need a ladder. Let's make this a fair fight, buddy. No, fuck that shit.
Imagine getting kicked in the chest by Shaq with a like 22 size 22s.
You know, one of my uncles has one of Shaq's Tims. The thing weighed like 7 pounds. I kid you not. It was insane.
Wow.
We gotta get him on here, Uncle Warren. We gotta get him on here one of these times when we're just fucking around having a good time like we are. Definitely. I mean, yeah, we goof around just like the next man. Oh, what other shit did I have on my damn list? I'm just having a good time, not even paying attention to shit.
I'm just
I forgot about the space race. Remember that shit? Billionaire space race?
Okay.
Was that the shit with SpaceX and all that?
No, wasn't that the one where Bezos took his like dick-shaped rocket into outer space? Or was it Elon Musk? One of them.
The cock rocket.
Yeah.
And tried to do his best Captain Picard impression with the photo.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, and
tried to do his best Captain Picard.
Did you guys hear the story with what was it? Tom what was his name? Tom Hanks, where he tried to get what am I drinking tonight? I'm drinking a drink that you guys would probably think is pretty disgusting, but it harkens back to good days. I'm drinking a little bit of Red Bull and vodka. That's what I'm drinking tonight.
Oh, that's like I'm a college student. That's not alien to me at all.
I mean, I used to drink all the other shit. I mean, especially being a Navy weapons guy. They force you to, like, when I got to my first command, they forced me to drink everything.
Hold on. If this is a traumatic story, you talking about they forced you in Navy. I don't like where this is going, Marcus.
No. The drink-wise, not that kind of force. I wasn't part of that Navy. You know, the mean Navy. But I do know people.
Oh, okay, good. I'm just making sure we're not.
Well, I have to defend myself because, especially like my Army buddies, I mean, we get roasted Navy all day long. Oh, you were in the Navy. YMCA Navy. No, not that Navy. Not Mikhail's Navy, not down Periscope Navy. I was a different type of Navy.
Oh my god.
But
he thinks he does protest too much.
But like the Army guys, they always kill us with. It's like, never mind. I'm be careful. I don't want to get us in too much trouble. Let me get a little.
For real, let's not start off 22 with a strike for.
And then I can do a what is it? T-Pain and blame it on the alcohol.
Wait, hang on. Who had it on their bingo card that somebody was going to commit a hate crime on the stream before me? Come on.
I know we saw it coming.
You were getting ready to just you were getting ready. Yeah, that was
I know. It's like you're going into a bad memory.
I was in
this one time at band camp, and you know.
You gotta remember, I was ordnance. In ordnance, it's where you have the guys who came from the roughest neighborhoods with the least amount of culture and class. I'll just say that, who know how to party, but party pretty rough. And a lot of shot, like I literally.
Yeah, I heard those Navy guys like that rough stuff, Marcus. You're not helping yourself, bro. You're not helping yourself.
He's just gonna take another drink.
I know. Oh man.
Hang on, let me hit this Malibu and Coke real quick. I'll get back to you.
You're about to like I was in the Navy at the time when they were like, "Hey guys, we're about to have women coming in these shops. You gotta stop having all that Playboy and shit up on the walls." That was what I was. It was when the Navy went that step from being like 2 steps from being a prison. Literally half the guys I served with, I won't say half, but I'll say a good chunk of them went in under that go to the military or go to prison. No, Jack, you can give me
Who wrote that?
Most Air Force fights with each other, Marines. Honestly, Marines, I used to get pissed. I love Marines out in the field because they protected my ass plenty of times. Not that way, Steve.
He's fine.
I didn't say shit, man. I was getting ready to take a bong hit.
He beat you.
But I could not stand Marines in port. Every time I got me some cute little honey, I'm about to mack her down, and then some Marines over there ready to fucking start a fight every fucking time. I'm like, and I had this chief. He told me this story about the monkey. I don't know if you guys know about the monkey. But I probably shouldn't tell y'all about the monkey.
No, I don't know if I want to know about the monkey.
It's so weird.
I know. Go on. Please, real quick, Marcus, pull up a chair and tell us the story.
Anybody wants to hear about the monkey, go on ahead and put it in the chat. Let me know if y'all want to hear about the monkey.
So the biggest problem that most people in the Navy have with Marines is that every time a seaman needs to write a letter home and he goes to look for a crayon, the fucking Marine's already eaten it.
Jack wants to hear about the monkey. All right, I'm gonna tell him about the monkey.
And Warren and Thomas, Oklahoma.
One of these times after I went to mass, got myself in some trouble. He said, "You know what your problem was, right?" I was sitting there with the old chief, and he said, "You know, we didn't call him chief, we called him CP. It was Chief Porter." And he was like, "Your problem was," wait a minute. I got to do my deep country accent to kind of get really in the field. "You know what the problem was? The monkey got on your back." I was like, "Chief, what the hell are you talking about?" He's like, "Yeah, when you're going out there and you're fighting and doing all that stupid shit, you had the monkey on your back." I'm like, "Chief, what is the monkey?" He's like, "Well, the monkey wants 2 things. Either the monkey wants to get drunk or the monkey wants some sex. And you wasn't getting enough sex, and you wasn't getting drunk. So the monkey said it's time to fight. So that's the monkey.
Okay, that's a better story than okay, good. I'm glad.
Most
No
of the
monkeys were
Marines I
hurt.
knew,
Okay.
No
they didn't
monkeys
have
were
enough
hurt in the
drinks
retelling
fast
of this
enough.
story.
The drinks they didn't have, the Marines didn't have enough drinks in them fast enough, and they were getting shot down like B-52s. And so they decided they wanted to fight instead. And I'm like, and then they come in port one freaking weekend, start fighting, fuck up Liberty for everybody, put everybody on like a 12 o'clock Cinderella Liberty. Now we're all fucking locked down, and these jackasses leave and go back out to sea, and we're still on fucking punishment because of them. One night in Greece, I'm pretty sure, I hope I was hallucinating. I hope I was not literally seeing a real monkey. I hope that those gin and juices that night were just that strong. But I could have swear I was seeing a white monkey like flashing around in front of me. I don't know what the hell was in those drinks. But that's enough about the monkey for tonight.
Oh my god.
No,
It
more.
is a
We want
well-known
more.
scientific fact that if you give a monkey a brain, the first thing it'll do is try to hump another monkey. That's
That
just
reminds me
science.
of that. That reminds me of that episode of Friends.
My grandparents are from Oklahoma. I guess that's the only one I know how to do.
That was yeah.
You know what's sad? I think I know the episode you're talking about where the monkey just started humping everything.
Marcel, yeah, he was humping
How
everything
do you
inside,
know
and
that?
they had to get rid of it.
The monkey I saw was white too. It was like white flashes, but he had red eyes and some sharp teeth. See, he's seen the monkey.
Hey, Warren, were you in Greece in the early 90s?
It was actually
Mid 90s? Late 90s?
early 2000s.
Okay. Were you ever in Greece in the early 2000s?
Oh, yeah.
Warren, just hanging out in front of the Navy bar like you usually do.
This was in what, Suda Bay? Were you hanging out in Suda Bay by chance? No, Crete.
That is why Warren haunts the sailor bars. It's a well-known fact.
In Greece now. What kind of Greece is that? Better not be that KY Greece.
No, dude, he's a Chinese food eating motherfucker. He is. That's that MSG shit that he's got fucking just coating him. It's like reverse pancake makeup. When he gets on camera, it's just a glimmer.
So it was between angry monkey.
You monkey, Family Guy.
And this was before I even heard about Family Guy. Way before Family Guy. Oh man. Oh, that's right. I got this crazy ass list.
Yeah, Marcus, you got your list.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
There's a list?
I just grabbed the shit that's been going on this year. We could talk about it. I'm pretty sure you
All
guys
right.
know better than myself. I just
No,
grabbed
dude.
the shit that's been going on, and we're gonna talk about it in a very non-specific order. That's all.
Hey, you're not my boss.
What's another thing on your list, Marcus?
Hey, I'm gonna just roll off some shit real quick, and then you guys stop me when something sounds good. We had that's depressing. Let's talk about something better. Netflix Dave Chappelle. That was something that was interesting.
Skip, please.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
Please.
What an amazing experience.
We had Cuomo brothers or Cuomo sexual.
Just gets better. It just gets so much better every time.
God.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't know what I was on when I was putting this list together. Let's see. Alec Baldwin. Ooh. Pfizer wants
Possible
military
murderer.
base in Brazil. Virginia governor's race. Travis Scott concert.
Oh God.
That's the best one
This
so
music
far.
is so fucking ass
year was-
too.
Or Jussie Smollett, as Dave Chappelle calls him.
Smolier.
That was good. Oh yeah, Smollett, you know.
Subway guy.
I almost slipped and said some shit, got myself in trouble. What else? Rogan calls out CNN. We had Kylie Irving. That happened. all the ramps up from the whole COVID stuff that's happened. You know, it was like Trump is president. Every COVID death is his fault. Biden is president. No COVID deaths are his fault. That happened too.
Marcus, can we talk about what disappeared in 2021? Black Lives Matter.
Let's talk about it.
I want to know what happened to Black Lives Matter. They just totally disappeared off the scene in 2021.
I really want to know where they went.
Well,
Like,
you don't understand. The healing began when Joe Biden was elected, and the police stopped killing unarmed black people. They just had. That's just how that works. I mean,
black people. I didn't know that. I got stopped.
Yeah.
Records. Shit.
Yeah.
There wasn't. There wasn't one reason for them to organize or to, do anything.
No,
Like,
they
shit is great
shouted
now.
at people who weren't wearing masks. That's where that energy
Wait
went.
a second.
Ooh, that's
Wait,
right.
hold up. Didn't
That is right.
caveat Dante Wright protests?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the Dante. Okay, yes, I do remember that. All right, so then they just played the role of the groundhog. Then they popped their head out once
Yeah.
this year, and
Pretty
then
much.
because
One more
the
for
only
the-
other thing.
For the
Because the only other news I saw from them was how much money they was making.
I was
going to
say it was a pretty volatile real estate market last year. They probably had a lot of moves to make.
I'm telling you, like they was getting money. Joe Biden healed Black America. Yes, he did. And the
all of
flu
all of
disappeared.
America.
And the flu also disappeared too in 2021.
But it's
I
back,
see
don't
already
worry.
the first day.
It's
but I
back
see the
now.
first day
It's
of
back
22
now.
is back.
It's back and with the
Now you get a
vengeance.
double.
No, hold on. So,
They comming-
Flurona,
They
right?
did some commingling. They did some
I guess
commingling.
last night, COVID and the flu, they got together and they had a baby. So now it's Flurona. Welcome
Special hug.
They weren't wearing
give to make
protection.
it
Special
whoopie.
hug.
That's
Yeah,
weren't
special
wearing
hug.
masks.
Propaganda. Gotta sell
They
those
weren't
tests.
wearing
Gotta sell those
distancing.
kits. $880. Where do you think it's gonna come from?
Did you guys see Aaron Rodgers on Pat McAfee's show?
Yes.
Where he just straight fucking cut right through it. He was like, yo, dude, if they're telling you you can't ask questions, that's fucking tyranny. I'm pretty sure that's tyranny. Like, just going off. This is propaganda and fucking snitching on the whole league. Everybody's in there taking that horse pace. Everybody, Pat. Everybody.
And then they tried to mock him and act like, of course, Joe Rogan's his doctor. Ignore him.
He's a dumb
Pat was
job.
fucking with him. Pat's on board. Pat's on board. Pat just can't say shit. He can't say as much as he wants to. But it's not him. It's that other fucking squarehead motherfucker that's on camera. I can't remember his name. Brandon. I don't know. Brock. Something like that.
Some PR name.
L's favorite phrase, let's go Brandon, isn't that like LFB? Isn't that an NFT now?
LFD.
It's a coin. No, it's a
coin.
cryptocurrency.
Right?
It's like an actual coin.
Yes.
And Brandon
Coin.
is embracing it.
And for those who don't know what NFT is, it's a non-fungible token.
Yeah, no, this is a whole
Yeah,
ass
right.
cryptocurrency though.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
It's LGB coin.
NFTs are like the future of the metaverse, bruh.
It's like the wallpaper that will tell your story through other people's art and ideas.
It's like you could totally take a screenshot of the NFT and save it as a JPEG, but that's not on the blockchain, bro.
No,
just-
you want to be on the blockchain.
No, bro.
Corey,
No.
listen to private.
L, is that a real thing? Please tell me you're playing. Please tell me you're joking.
This
That's
is
what I
not merely
thought of.
white
That's all
nonsense.
it
It is
was.
not. It is not. This is some real shit, dude. It's that.
All right,
It's
I'm
both.
leaving. Goodbye,
All right,
y'all. Peace. I'm out. Nah, for real. That's for real?
Pick the private.
No.
There
I was gonna say.
Okay, so
joking.
the
Anything is
federal
possible
government
these days. Like I wouldn't put it past them to do that next. Like, you know.
Let
I
me
thought
put
I
it.
saw that when I first saw the name. I was like, LGBT. Oh, LGB. Yeah, let's go, Brandon. Right. But it's really close to LGBT, so I was like, they could make it their own thing now.
Oh, hey, on the string of like protests though, the massive Free Palestine protests that were happening this summer that really ramped up, they kind of died down, but for a couple weeks there, it was good to see a lot of support for Palestine and just absolute crumbling tears on the part of Zionist narrative management.
The colonial pipeline.
What do you mean
hack
down? Everybody's
put a grinding halt to
flag
all of the
bios.
Hold up. The colonial pipeline hack put a stop to all of the Israel coverage, and all of the sudden it was about supply chain disruption and that and the other, because late April through most of May, or at least the first half of May, there was allowable criticism of Israel on network television.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Ever. Allowable criticism. I remember I joked. I was like, this is just a fucking, just because they're going to give us Operation Bluebeam. We can criticize Israel because they're going to fake an alien invasion and we're getting that one world government shit.
It was nice to see them scramble, though. I won't even lie.
Oh, like, great.
The tears.
So nice.
Because you know it happens so very often where they actually openly have to like scramble, right? They most of the time they tell you go yourself, and that's about it. So whenever you do see them have to like sorry, it's good for them. That's like those are the small victories you get when you're dealing with the Zionists, because they really don't give a shit. Like the one thing I do credit them for is for their ability to be gangster and not give a fuck about anything or anybody.
Until the moment you learn the truth and you start going at them with it, then they crumble, and boy is it fun. Israel has the right to defend itself from Hamas, who is like totally anti-Semitic.
The Rockets,
the dome.
And the Rockets have always managed to land in an open field and injure no one.
Palestine has smart rocks, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And smart sand.
Mm-hmm. Since we're on that topic, I should just go on ahead and piss some people off real quick. Anytime somebody says anti-Semitism,
oh boy, here we go.
Zionists, know that they are completely full of shit. Know that part. They know that that's a misnomer in using that term, and they use it any fucking way. And they use it because they know you don't know they're full of shit. When you look into the ancestors of Shem, there's like 100 different nations which come out of that, and then they make it all about themselves. So they're just playing with you. They're and they know they're fucking playing with you. They're being, and
they know they're not. They know they're less full of Shem than they are full of shit. And that their neighbor Amir or their neighbor Hassan much more full of Shem than full of shit. They know that. They know that. They know that. They know that. Raise your hand if you did not Ashkenazi see that coming.
Ooh. Ooh. And you know what they love to say? They love to call the people in Palestine who they really are. I got a video. One of these days I'm gonna put it out where this lady, she fucking slips and she fucking says it. She knows who the fuck she is biblically, and she calls herself by that name, slipping, and everybody still goes, "Oh, well, you gotta bow down to Israel. Israel can bow down to these nuts. How about that?"
Hey.
And I really
Uncle Marcus,
hope that Zionist that I debated catches this video and would like to have a round two while I'm drunk, because then I won't be as restrained, and I'll say to some of the shit I really want to. I might have to do that one on Odyssey or something though, because it's not gonna be pretty. Yes.
I fully endorse this debate.
Did you see when I debated the Zionists before?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was fun.
I was all over his damn head.
I couldn't catch it live, but I caught the replay of it. It was good.
Oh well, now that Jalen has taught me how to do streams, I'm gonna be doing some more live streams on there, inviting all Zionists, all takers. Come on, come get a piece. Come get a piece. Because here's the thing, you're gonna try to tell me that you can just let's I'm gonna play their game for a while. Let's play their game. Let's say that was your land ancestrally thousands of years ago. According to the Bible, it doesn't tell you should go in and take it anyway. So the whole book, which you're saying that is the relevance for your existence, is the book you're not listening to and getting your land back. That proves you're full of shit. Just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, somebody else talk before I get in trouble.
I guess another story is the prosecution of Julian Assange. That's kind of a no-brainer. And me and Steve have already been on your show to talk about this at length.
Well, this is something that it needs to be brought up more often because Joe Biden gets in the office and the shitlibs want to sit there and pretend, oh, well, it's so much different than Trump. So much different than Trump. No, this is the same shit. Because on almost everything, you're taking the same position and stance. And let's be honest. Let's be honest.
What did you say? Glory. I was muted. I said, damn, Al. And then you followed it up with Jesus. I was saying the same shit. Yo, Al.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, Marcus, but goddamn.
Yeah, my bad, Marcus. She had me fucked up.
Hang on. Let me throw some Asperger's on it.
Yeah.
Grill's hot.
Yo.
Grill is hot.
Yo.
This is some good shit, but I love this show.
Oh, wow.
I love this show. I do.
Yo, Al, that was funny. Yo, I swear.
Ada Hillbilly.
I appreciated that you added that your uncle is alive because I was like,
yeah, that's
your dead uncle. That was not right.
That's the part that got me. Is like, oh, he's alive. Don't worry.
Well, we already saw the last show. We already saw the last show that Elle is a savage. Remember what she said about Drake? Like it would be better if he would have stayed.
Yeah, I remember that.
Damn. Just go straight for the cut.
No shame.
Elle always has that blade out.
Hey, fun fact. Also, Bill Gates, who is my avatar, was driving not while drunk, but was speeding, and that's why he has this lovely mugshot. That is my picture. So, not really related, but wanted to get it in.
But to kind of bring it back to Assange real quick, I guess one of the highlights of that whole thing was, at least because of the protests we put on for that, we got to meet Ellen Marcus.
That was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we
hold on real quick, guys. Let me ask you, since we're on the topic of Assange, right? WikiLeaks hasn't released much of anything. At least I haven't been paying that close attention. Nothing major, nothing compared to like the collateral murder video or the cables from the diplomats. Is there any other group or institution that's like WikiLeaks right now?
No.
The Intercept. Just kidding.
Sure.
No, but is there another collective? Is there another collective like that, or is that all done?
I mean, there's a couple of like smaller groups that release like kind of niche material, almost like maybe local leaks or DDoS secrets, which are kind of like offshoot projects founded by a couple of anons, but they're not really on the level of WikiLeaks in terms of like the kind of, how do I say it, like the gravity of the releases that they put out there. So yeah, nothing quite like WikiLeaks to my knowledge.
Yeah, no, it's kind of sad that, from that time period, we haven't seen anything. Anonymous had us gassed for a few seconds, thinking that they would continue whatever it is they were trying to do, or what it at least appeared to be. But in hindsight, or maybe at the time, I mean, was that were they controlled ops, limited hangout, or whatever other term they use? Is that how you guys would describe them?
You mean when they came out with that video in 2020? So I'm pretty sure that was Uranon Central, which is like, yeah, they're grifters, massive grifters. They're like, I don't know, one of the dudes that's like running it DM'd with Bellingcat. So has DM'd with Bellingcat. So it's like,
okay, so they're in
Wow.
so they're
an
sus.
Well,
upstanding organization.
he's doing videos unmasked and shit, and he's calling himself Uranon Central unmasked. He's using his handle, but I mean, it's not like he's not. Look, man, when you have a movement that is legitimately decentralized and is anonymous and has personal privacy and security is the forefront of what it does, then you're also going to get a lot of people who can take it. You want to take advantage of that and want to try to put a trademark or a brand name or something like, or a stamp on their stamp on it. And to whatever degree of tolerance any particular member of the collective has on any particular day is the degree of fucked with that person's going to get. And that's, and if, for example, Kurt Honner were to do something truly stupid, I am sure that there would be repercussion for that.
Kurt Honner is a Uranon News.
Well, that he's shadier than Yak. But I mean, that's the thing. When you're putting a trademark or a fucking copyright or a central on something that is decentralized by fucking like decree, consensus decree.
That is something that happened in 2021, though. We had the great Barrett Brown drama.
Oh, yes.
I remember that. That was earlier in the year, though, right?
I don't even remember. It was kind of an ongoing pattern where Barrett Brown was trying to turn himself in, and then Commander X, before he got extradited, he went on a stream to shit talk Barrett Brown. And then a couple months later, Barrett Brown resurfaced again because he was calling Kurt Honner, who runs Uranon News, a fed. And yeah.
That's right. I do remember that.
And then Barrett went to a protest in London, and he was standing by a banner that was really rude, and he got himself arrested.
That's not your best impression, Steve.
No, it's not, but that's what Barrett was doing that day. He was fucking high as a Georgia pine. He was. It was a bad couple of days for Barrett.
Yeah. That is another thing that happened in 2021, though. Commander X got extradited from Mexico, and he's still in Santa Rita jail. He has an upcoming court hearing January 11th, which me and Steve are going to be on the ground at the San Jose District Courthouse for in the morning, 8:30 a.m.
And we'll be covering that.
Yay! Thanks.
Now, what is his case looking like?
Pretty much, he faces 2 decade-old indictments. The first one is for DDoS charges against the city of Santa Cruz for their treatment of the homeless. The second one is DDoS attacks against the city of Orlando, again for their treatment of the homeless, and also both of them were in defense of Food Not Bombs. The first one, the Santa Cruz indictment, the government couldn't prove over $5,000 in damages, so that indictment is being dropped to either a misdemeanor or the charges are going to be dismissed completely. And the Orlando indictment, they're still in like the discovery phase and the negotiation phase of working out the exact monetary value of damages incurred, which I think the city of Orlando is trying to claim like 100+ K or something like that, but I think the final number is going to be lower than 100K, hopefully. And yeah, at that point, once they finalize a plea deal on the 11th, we're just going to hope that, because of his age and the fact that the indictments are a decade old, he can get out on time served, because he's been in Santa Rita jail for over 6 months now, and by the time he'll be sentenced, which could be like mid-March of this year, it'll be like 9-10 months. So we're hoping he can get out on time served, because he's old, and the charges are over a decade old, and they were in defense of the homeless. So it's like, yeah, a form of cyber protest, pretty much.
Yeah, so his case is just another example of they don't really care about him. They're just trying to send a message to everybody else, like, don't do this shit.
Pretty much. And it's also more ridiculous use of the Computer Fraud and Abuse Act, which is a completely outdated piece of shite. So
yeah, it is, because they'll just they'll lock you in your room. From now on, the punishment would just be to lock you in your room in the metaverse. Like, that's it. They won't let you come out.
Whew. Oh God, the metaverse. It's another thing that happened in 2021.
Yeah, did we just mention the metaverse here?
Yeah, we did. That's another thing, and they must be comic book crazied out, because everything is changing. Right before my Google feed, I got young ones, so comic book shit comes in my feed every now and again. They're restarting the Justice League with Batgirl and Supergirl as its leaders. I'm like, I'm done. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about the movie or the comic or the?
They're gonna do it in the movies.
Why?
Oh God! Why?
Who knows?
Why not just come up with a new and better female superhero? Like that's at the core of it. That's my problem with all of this stuff. Is it's just so lacking in creativity. Like, if you want a badass female superhero, make one. Don't take over an existing male one, because then it's just lazy, and you're gonna piss people off.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, Glory, you touched on the point which has been like in the back of my mind for a lot of these issues. We don't need a woke new version of characters which are already established. Give people who are creative enough to come up with brand new concepts, instead of, like, for instance, Bond. I don't need a black Bond. I don't need a black female Bond. Come up with a new fucking character. It's not that hard to do.
Exactly.
It isn't. I mean,
and the thing about it too, I know
a 008, 0010, whatever. Come up with a fucking new one.
Marcus, real quick, I tend to note these things only because they're not geared towards people my age or the age of anyone on this panel, right? It's always geared to the kids, the next generation. They're really, messing with their brain to get them to accept certain behaviors. And I'm not just talking about like accepting a girl as a superhero. I mean, we've been doing that for a long time. That's not the case. Really, because what's going to happen is it's not going to stop at them just being a woman character. Then it's going to be, she's going to have to be a lesbian, she's going to have to be bi, etc., etc. So they're really trying to get into these kids' heads, like, yo, you know, one, just have sex on crazy, and two, you don't need to like procreate or get with anybody. You know, it's just the underlying message in this shit is like real nasty. So you gotta be real vigilant, especially to those people in the audience with children.
I completely agree. I mean, it's just not well. And if you look at Hollywood right now, what are the top movies that are out? Sing Part 2. You have what? Spider-Man. This is fucking another version of Spider-Man. The third or fourth or fifth or 10th or whatever the fuck.
I heard it's dope though.
It's actually.
I'm not saying I'm not.
It's actually kind of good. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it.
Yeah, so
I'm just saying that
I'm just fucking with you. I'm fucking.
we live in a country
No Way Home was
with
great.
330 million people. You saying that you can't find any more fucking ideas? Come on, man.
Exactly.
I shit out fucking ideas better than half the shit that comes out of Hollywood.
Bro, I literally be watching some of these movies and I'm like, you know what? There's so many things you could do to elevate this fight. And it's like, you know, 21-year-old Glory, who has no artistic talent, shouldn't be able to think of a fight that would be more entertaining than yours. Eternals.
Let's not even talk about them motherfuckers.
Oh,
That was horrible.
that movie was so ass. It actually like pissed me off how shit the fighting was. Like, bro, you have a character that can transform like these like deviant dog things, whatever, into a tree. First of all, you're telling me after like 5 millennia, she only just figured out she can do that. Second of all, why doesn't she go into the next fight, like take the deviant, turn it into a machine gun, and then machine gun the other deviants? I'm like, that's something that I really want to see.
Or what about this plot hole? You're gonna take the immortal, which created weapons.
Oh God.
And this motherfucker wouldn't have stopped slavery?
And you're trying to tell me that it's Hiroshima that made him give up on humanity and not slavery? Like, don't get me wrong, Hiroshima was awful, but it took you Hiroshima to give up on humanity and not like Bahamian slave codes.
You know what? I don't even care about the fucking 30 million or so black people I watch fucking get enslaved and buck breaked and all this horrible shit. Yes. What happened to these Japanese people all the way over here is what really hurt my heart. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
I mean, they were even eating people. How does he not?
How the hell does it make sense to build a fucking nuke if your objective is to make sure that the human population is growing?
I mean, they were literally doing slave cannibalism, and you're telling me the dude wouldn't have stopped any of that? Okay. Because I would have definitely have stopped that. The cannibalism, the slave cannibalism, I would have stopped that.
Or
right. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Or here's another
what about the erasure of the people who lived here? Like, you know, that didn't bother you?
That's what I was about to say. I'm like, okay, you saw the Puritans coming over here and the fucking Pilgrims and shit, and you're like, you know what? Let's not give the Native Americans weapons to be able to fight that. That makes a lot of fucking sense.
He could have given them a vaccine for smallpox.
He could have fucking given them Gatling guns too.
Just save the Aztecs.
Just saying.
Bro. Well, they made it the fucking mind control dude. They made him the one to go and save the, I don't know what tribe was it, like the Aztecs or the Amazon or whatever, like some Central American or South American group, like ethnicity, ancient ethnicity. Like they made him the guy to go and save anyone, but not the super intelligent dude making weapons so they could defend himself. Okay.
I feel like you were momentarily culturally insensitive there, Glory Jones.
Okay. You're
What's
telling
up,
me
Betsy?
that man lived through Leopold II's rule over the Congo. And it was Hiroshima after that made him give up on humanity, bro.
Yeah, Chris.
You know, it's all Hollywood. You know, Hollywood has a hard on for World War II.
No. I'm not gonna let you do that. I'm not gonna let you do that, Chris. Chris, you know all the talks we've had about fucking Leopold II. You are not gonna let that one slide by.
Oh no, she's right. Like you already know. Like
no, she's correct. I know Leopold II.
Wouldn't it make sense for your mission, like for your mission of trying to increase population growth? Wouldn't it make sense for your mission, period, to like just kill Leopold or like kill these Belgian colonizers? No.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying every time, you know, a lot of these media people, they love World War II and Hitler is the worst boogeyman ever. And I'm just like, yo, what he was doing was like child's play compared to what was going on with this guy. But I mean, obviously we know why.
Like, obviously the films of, you know, like we have pictures and films of the camps, but like we also have the same resources available of the murderous genocide in the Congo. You literally have pictures of kids with their hands cut off and grown back into stubs, and like,
well, all right.
Just don't know about that.
Start with Cecil Rhodes, and then kind of walk forward to where we are with the businesses that manipulate an awful lot of the levers of power, and you can draw a pretty much straight line from Cecil Rhodes and that fucking genocidal bastard to the Miller
I'd see
Group,
the
and then the
Eternals
Council
movie
of
if
300
it had
and
them.
fucking all of the other shit. Yeah.
I'd give the Eternals a better rating if it had them killing Cecil Rhodes and Leopold II.
You are definitely invited to come on soon. I can't wait to have you on. Thank you for coming in and joining us, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
See ya, Warren.
Yeah, I would have, you know, had they done something creative like that. I mean, kind of like how, you know, with Forrest Gump, they made Forrest Gump they made him at least present in these world events. And you know, he didn't do too much to change anything, but at the same time with the Eternals, it was like, you know, Forrest Gump was just Forrest Gump.
Like
these people have powers. You could have put them in events and at least, you know, something, but it was such a corny movie. It was so trash. And then you tell me Blade was at the end of it. That was his voice. I didn't even stay for the after for that shit. As soon as that movie was over, I was out. But No Way Home was good though, Marcus, if you didn't see it yet.
Yeah, No Way Home is actually pretty good.
I gotta get something to wash the fucking Matrix taste out of my mouth.
Yeah,
No Way Home is
Gump, man. It's a charming film about a retarded ping pong player. It's great.
You said that you said that word. I didn't want to say it, but you know, seats taken. My favorite thing was
ping pong player.
Yeah, very good. Good job. No, my favorite scene in Gump is probably like him just running all over the place. Jenna, I got a new boat, Jenna, the most beautiful name in the whole world.
Oh my god.
My favorite part.
I think I ruined your roommate's robe.
No, that was a good movie. They don't even make movies like that anymore.
I know. Forrest Gump was such a sweetheart.
No, Mr. Street. No. We did not like the new Matrix.
For real, bro. For real, no.
Nope.
Don't tell me
Hey, y'all go summon Yell, bro.
Hey, I feel like I've given enough time for people to view the film by now. So if Yo Bro comes on, we're gonna have to do one with spoilers on, and I gotta go into why it's fucking shit. And I'm already
it's trash. If we could go back. If we could go back and get
I'm gonna roast this fucking movie. I'm gonna roast it like a fucking pig on a rotisserie. That movie was fucking horrible.
No, it was trash.
For a Matrix film, it was fucking horrible. The executive actually came out and said, "Yeah, we're not doing this anymore." It had a 5-day open. 22 million that it got in the 5-day open. 46 million in its worldwide opening. 2.8 million to HBO subscribers alone. The movie cost almost 200 million to make. They need to make roughly about 400 million to actually turn a profit. This movie fucking bombed. And if you look at everything that the Wachowskis have done outside of the original Matrix trilogy and V for Vendetta, everything else they have done has been fucking horrible, which leads me to believe more and more what Sophia Stewart said, that they stole her fucking idea.
Didn't Wachowski brother? They did that Jupiter Rising movie.
Yes.
Some shit that shit was
horrible.
With Mila Kunis. Yeah, with Mila Kunis.
It was that movie was so bad it was funny.
That was terrible.
I mean,
that
what
was
did they have?
fucking
Like,
terrible. I saw that flick. Oh,
what
it
did
was
they have, like
awful.
skates with fucking blasters on the bottom, like air skates with blasters? That was terrible.
That movie was so bad it was funny. I was like in there laughing.
They did Ninja Assassin also?
No.
Yeah, they did Ninja Assassin. They did Speed Racer.
Speed Racer was garbage.
Right.
Garbage.
Oh my god, that movie was awful.
That was embarrassing.
They ruined it. They ruined it.
They ruined it.
All they had to do was
They
make
ruined
it.
it.
All they had to do was make it as cliche and corny and fucking like bright as the original. That's all they had to do.
Yeah,
And here's the
it wasn't
thing.
even that hard.
The
Oh my
only
God.
ones that they have that are slightly that people like somewhat are the original Matrix, which they kind of written and directed. You have V for Vendetta, which they were writers on, which they did not direct.
But that was a fucking. It was already a graphic novel. It was a whole fucking established book world.
Exactly.
Everything.
It was already
Everything.
Right.
Writers on it. You're
And then
taking
you have Bound. Bound is the other one that they
It was
did.
already done.
Exactly. Everything else they've done has been horrible.
Yeah, 2021 was a year, like, in terms of pop culture and the shit that, you know, the mainstream put out, most of it was whack. Like, there wasn't much entertainment that they put out that was, like, worth anyone's time, or, yeah, there really wasn't, except for Jada Kiss on Versus, of course, because, you know, that's just my...
Al, have you ever done this before? The radio play, you done this before?
Yes.
Cause
I have many on my podcast.
I mean,
but not live.
No. Oh.
Never live. This is the first live one.
Okay. I was curious.
Have you guys done a table read at all? I have you ran through this once. You're gonna do it.
No,
do
it's
it
supposed
cold.
to be awkward.
They do it live.
Live. Cold.
It's
All
supposed to be
right.
live
All
and
right.
new.
All right. Hey, look, yo, I respect that. I do. It's not like we fucking. You've seen the show. We don't work up these bits beforehand. You know.
Okay. But
everything
it's in
that
keeping with the tradition of the political matrix being live.
Yeah. Hey, look, man.
It's melding the two things, my podcast and this show together for a crossover stream.
Fan of the live
different.
broadcast. I'm before flying relatively blind.
I love cold reading so much. It's
in deploy, just making it up as we go.
Oh, did you guys? Did we talk about LeBron's meme last week? I can't remember.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
we
did.
Love you too.
Yeah.
Peace,
all right.
man.
Later, Paulie.
Peace,
Join us
man.
tomorrow.
Peace out.
Thank you.
Catch us tomorrow.
What else we got on? What else? What else happened in 21 that was like not COVID related but worth talking about? It's
Biden asking the Supreme Court. Biden asking the Supreme Court to what did he ask them to do? Ask them to give feds immunity from being charged to go after people using protected speech. Apparently, I'm not sure if that's true or not.
Yeah, I don't even know.
We had our first pre-crime conviction and sentencing. That's kind of important.
Yeah, that's really important.
That almost, kicked off the year, January 15th, with the first pre-crime arrest of Daniel Baker, who was arrested for a Facebook post before asking people to show up to the state capitol in Tallahassee on January 6th to stop an onslaught of Proud Boys. He was encouraging people to arm up and for the post, not for going, not for shooting anybody. He was arrested for his potential to commit future crimes. That's what he's in jail for. Right now. Pre-crime. And people are like, we could push Joe Biden to gives us back some of the student loans.
2021
we can push him left.
Look, 2021 also showed us that you can take most Trump supporters and you can take most Democrats and you can put them all in the same room because they're all the same people. They'll get along just nicely. They're just as headstrong.
Hold hands, sing "We Are the World."
Yeah, they're ridiculous.
You know what's crazy?
So you never have to listen. You never have to listen to them again.
Right now, in jail in DC or in Alexandria, wherever they got the January 6th protesters, there are January 6th protesters locked up with Antifa protesters and BLM protesters, and each and every one of them are going, this piece of shit judge, motherfucker, these bullshit fucking cops, I swear to fucking God, fuck these motherfuckers. Everything that's something that happened. Is that a whole new grip of people realized that the cops really don't give a fuck about them and really aren't there for them. And if someone says, okay, point and shoot, they're gonna point and shoot. They are. They are. I was standing there while fucking like Patriot Guard or some shit was you're yelling at cops. We were we had your back, Blue. What? And like they're whining, dude. It was funny at the moment. The cops are like, I'm gonna shoot this son bitch, shut the fuck up. But like it broke their brains. It did. It broke their brains.
Havana syndrome was back in the news.
Yeah, that did come back. I don't, it came, it went. I mean, they just be fishing for shit to throw out there to get, I guess dealing with COVID all the time is crazy. And, we got climate change coming up this year. That's going to be the whole, but it's going to come back. It's going to be even more of a focus. You can already see it coming from the World Economic Forum and the like. Their focus on it is already like, oh boy, here we go. But going back to Mr. Street's comment about the Matrix, where he said we missed the point that people went to sleep after waking up. I mean, most people are gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? To those of us on this panel, you yourself, Mr. Street, we obviously our eyes are open and paying attention to what's going on. You can't wake these people up. You can't take them out the pod. You know what I'm saying? You just got to leave them there. thinking that it's your responsibility to help them. Nah, they just gonna slow your ass down. Like, keep it moving with the people you have.
Oh, we continued our reckless, unending, fucking like cokehead-esque printing of money. We're up to like
Oh, yeah.
$27.6 trillion
Yeah.
since August of 2019. They're running around saying like wages increased this year, which is technically true, but inflation increased this year too, which drove down real wages at least a half a point, making your dollar worth less in 2021 what it was worth in 2020. And it was worth less in 2020 than it was in 2019 because this is the controlled demolition of the American empire.
Food shopping, that's something that's a bit of adventure these days. You know, you really have to calculate what you're gonna spend in the store because $200 gets you like 2 bags full, and you're just like, yo, what the hell did I get? There's nothing there.
Oh yeah, no, you're lucky if you're paying between $40 and $50 a bag for on the cheap.
Yeah, correct. And that's not anything really good for you. You know, it's probably like non-name brand, or, you know, not saying you have to be name brand, but you're saying like, you know, the price is crazy. Like you said, they printed so much money, it's negating people's raises and their bonuses and all this shit like that. Like Varian just says, gas is ridiculous. That doesn't make any sense. You
And
can
they
see
keep
they just
lying about it.
yes.
Sorry. But they keep lying. They lied about it again. Like one of these dudes who works for the regime, like lied about it. He said, I saw gas and it was like this. It's looking like it's, you know, getting back to normal or whatever. Just because he saw some gas station and it was a different price. And, you know, this is some rich fuck probably too. So like he doesn't see it the same way that, you know, the working class see it. And then also like, I'm glad that I have food stamps, but I don't know how long those will last because I just started working. And when you see the paycheck, dude, the IRS is making bank right now. I'll tell you that much because one, everybody was unemployed, so they got all that fucking back taxes, and then now they're gonna get even more taxes from last year, from the people who just started work like myself, and they're also getting the taxes from the paycheck that I don't see at all, which is like $200 or something per paycheck. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's never been this bad.
Oh, you know, speaking of finances, you know, let's kind of laugh at the PPP thieves, right? All those guys who got all that PPP money and now they're going to jail. There was just a dude down here in Fort Lauderdale. Again, he was buying Rolexes and he bought a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, something like that. He just got busted. Yeah, so there, you know, 21, a lot of people came up and they went down just as quick. And shout out to all the girls on the OnlyFans who found a new career.
At least they can still work.
Some of them made big bank this year. And to all you guys who are paying for it, you're morons. But hey, you know, you're helping the ladies out.
But you're helping the economy, though. The economy, make it rain.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't imagine. I'm sitting here and I'm just like, oh, I can pay to gain access to this pay. Like, go outside. Go outside, man. Like, go talk to people. I feel sorry for the next generation. They're never gonna know the touch of a woman, or, you know, like how to interact with her at the bar. Like, you know, that whole energy is just gonna be gone. It's like, just look at me in the metaverse. Like, let's go to my, like, you know.
Speaking of that, did you hear about the woman who said she got groped in the metaverse?
What?
She said she got groped in the metaverse.
Hey, if there's a graphic designer out there that wants to create me an NFT of that woman being groped in the metaverse, we can sell that NFT. I'll just take a like broker fee on it.
Exactly. And I'll fucking
let's do this.
I will plug the shit out of it.
That's so
Do you see
sad.
the private chat?
Can't knock the hustle. Yeah. Song. Oh yeah, speaking of a song, let me do this in here. Let me get this up. One of my friends, he just dropped his new song called Kansas City. I want to share that with everybody. You know, I'm trying to make sure that I start showing a little bit more of some of those people who are outside the political lanes also. Everything can't be all politics all the time. But go ahead, ignore me. One moment.
No, this is the guy that L was talking about. It was Jared Bernstein. You know, I mean, I'm not gonna play it, but he's out here. He's out here selling the dream that gas is is affordable, whatever. They're all so full of shit. I swear, it's hard to even pay attention to them. L, you better than me because you watch this stuff. I don't know how you report on it. That's really good. I would listening to them for 5 seconds is just like, yo, I can't. I just can't.
I sift through the bullshit so you don't have to. Which brings me to Don't Look Up, which is one of the worst movies I've seen in quite some time in terms of production.
You thought it was that bad? I mean, I don't think it was.
In terms of production, yes. Yes, I did. It was a very flimsy excuse for a film based on an idea that could have been broadened better than it was.
Okay, well, we'll go into that. And I guess we'll give a little warning to everybody that once you go into it, are you gonna spoil any of it or no spoilers?
I will spoil it right now.
Hey,
I want to spoil it because
everybody knows
so much.
spoilers are fucking coming because I'll
spoil what?
Shit.
Don't look up.
Oh, I didn't watch it, but y'all can spoil it because I don't give a fuck. I don't want to watch it.
Me neither.
I will save you the time.
Away. Spoil away.
Please spoil
I wish I
it
could
for
get
me.
the 2 hours back.
I thought it had some funny parts to me. I'll say that.
I didn't laugh at anything.
Really?
I saw something on Twitter afterwards, and I laughed so hard, and I was like, "Wow, that was
you really
I've
did,
laughed in
you
2
really
hours."
Didn't laugh at the last part. What happened to the president? Come on, tell me that wasn't funny.
No, I saw it coming. I saw everything coming. That's kind of the point.
Well, even if you see it coming, it's still funny to see it happen. It's like.
Plus, that was a Bobby double, and it was so obvious.
Somebody told you Hillary Clinton was gonna get Thor smashed by a great ape. Like a great ape is gonna pick Hillary Clinton up by her ankles and just start beating the shit out of her. You telling me even if you knew that was coming, that wouldn't be funny?
Jonah Hill's always funny. That's not the problem. But he wasn't even in enough of it to make a difference because it was so shit. But my first problem was
because even though
other than David Sirota being involved, that was my first problem.
They made the president like it was a conservative version of Hillary, and I
know it's a Hillary Trump
it
hybrid.
Was hilarious to me watching an asshole get what an asshole deserves. That's all.
Well, I can watch that and laugh too, but I didn't.
Whoa,
the Sirota block you.
The Hillary Trump hybrid trope was done before Don't Look Up did it by Carol and Tuesday, which is an amazing anime.
True.
Just wanted to put that out there.
True.
It was probably funnier too. Hell, Squid Game.
It wasn't
funnier.
A comedy anime, but yes, it was a much better show.
It was probably funnier, even if it wasn't supposed to be. That's how. It's the jokes were telegraphed. They made a joke that I expected. At one point, I was like, "Oh, great! The one that I've been waiting for about the girl with the dragon tattoo." Obviously, they were going for this shitty bang that reminded us of Rooney Mara with Jennifer Lawrence, who was badly cast in this. I'm sorry, it was a miscast. I hated her in this. She just didn't belong there. Why the fuck was she there? Why is Timothy Chalamet in this fucking movie? And then he comes in and he stays in there the whole fucking time. I'm like, I don't care about this character. I didn't care about any of them. I wanted the comet to come sooner so I could be done watching this shit. I wanted everyone to die way earlier, and I wanted to see it. And I was very disappointed when I didn't get to.
My question, what would have made this a good movie for you, Hillary? I mean,
L's pulling up the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan and putting it on a loop the entire time. She's watching Don't Look Up. I need to see some bodies, motherfucker. Gore. Give me dead fucking bodies.
Oh, and Ariana Grande, like just doing Ariana Grande, and then virtue signaling, and then acting like they're not virtue signaling, and it's very reminiscent of the stuff that we've seen with the boop, the thing that we saw last year with the boosters and the vaccines and everything, and the campaigns that were going on there. Even though this was about climate change, allegedly, you know, that's what they were saying it was supposed to be about. They did it in the middle of a pandemic, of course, and then they had like delays. And then fucking Jennifer Lawrence like got hurt at one point and kept going like in a glass explosion thing. And then she also got like a something wrong with her tooth and they had to fix it in post or something. It was just a whole big thing. And she couldn't even get it fixed because of COVID restrictions. Just like why? Why, God, why? But like Kid Cudi was in it. Chris, Kid fucking Cudi.
I'm sure. So was he wearing a dress or were his painted nails prominent?
No, he was just a rapper, singer guy that like did a duet with Ariana's character. They were playing themselves basically.
Well, they were engaged.
They were exes, and then they were engaged. Yeah.
Okay, wait.
And then they were kind of like what we're not supposed to be focused on, and yet they focused on them for a lot of the film, kind of negating the purpose of.
I should have asked this sooner, but what's like the plot or the main story of the movie?
The plot of
a comet is coming to Earth.
They spot a asteroid which is coming for Earth that is supposed to be like a killer, and they try to reach out to people, and most of the people who are in the chain of command for them to reach out to kind of blow it off all the way up to the president. The president kind of says, whatever the fuck, and then they kind of put out the information anyway, and so the president tries to make an attempt to try to, okay, now we'll try to take it seriously because basically there's egg on their face and shit like that. So that's kind of the premise of it.
Also, the character played by Leonardo DiCaprio, who stars in this shit, is like presented as like a meek, normal scientist guy, and then has a turn out of nowhere and gets really philandery with somebody who he meets on a morning show, who's one of the anchors, and then his life goes awry.
Did you even tell anybody spoilers were coming? Because you're like, get out of this.
Nah, y'all did. Well, and I know me and Sai said to spoil it.
No, they did. They warned it. They warned them.
Yeah, they warned.
All right, just making sure.
And you already talked about the ending. Come on, like with the naked people.
I didn't.
But like,
let's talk about the ending.
Oh, here goes.
You said what happened to her.
Ass, bro.
But I was vague. Extremely vague. They would have
had. But it was written in like 2019, and it was supposed to be like a climate change manifesto.
Yeah.
And they had a bunch of production delays, and so now all of the shit libs are drawing like vaccine comparisons along with climate comparisons because they know they're supposed to draw the climate comparison. That much was hammered into their heads early on. Yeah. But now because of prevailing conditions, they're also drawing all of the parallels to the obvious and only right-wing white nationalist Donald Trump loving anti-vaxxers.
Exactly. And then have you guys seen Downsizing, that movie from 2017?
No, don't spoil it. I haven't seen it. Don't spoil it.
No, don't watch it. Just save your time. But like it was on par with that, but probably not as bad. I will say it wasn't as bad as that, but that was like a fucking chore to watch. That's why he had to make movies.
Compared to a Bird Box?
Bird Box is Bird Box better than this? Yes, unfortunately, yes. It is. It's more interesting to me.
I don't know why I asked that because I
more happens.
Bird Box either.
This is one of those movies where everything happens and nothing happens at the same time.
Like I tried this movie. I didn't. To me, I didn't. Nothing about this movie kind of remind me of COVID, at all. I mean, maybe they could have been trying to make it that, but I took it as more climate change was what they were trying to push.
Yeah, of course.
Even though that didn't really make me think of that. So to me, it just felt like a movie about coming towards. So I kind of only took it as that. I didn't take it for whatever they were meaning it to be metaphorically. So
what about the shit with like the snacks, like this stupid shit where she's like, the character Kate, played by Jennifer Lawrence for some reason, is complaining about like she doesn't give a shit about the celebrities breaking up or whatever, and then all of a sudden they like get these snacks and they're at the White House waiting to see the president, and they get these snacks and they have to pay for them, and then a couple of minutes later or whatever, they run into someone else and they're like, oh, you don't have to pay for the snacks. She's like, you don't have to pay for the snacks. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, who gives a shit? The comet's coming. We're all gonna die. Who gives a shit? Like,
I guess like did that she was getting hustled.
Look, just from the cover of the thing, the thumbnail I saw, I'm like, this shit look corny, and
it was corny, super corny.
Yeah,
Kate Blanchett was interesting at least. Perry was there.
I guess I'm on I'm on the other side of it. I don't really feel the way you kind of felt about it. I feel like it did
I didn't feel anything about it, to be honest.
Well, I feel like it did a good job explaining if we had a situation like that, what our presidents would do, not give a shit, and defer to their rich donors and trust them.
But the scientists, we got to trust the scientists because they know exactly
Did you need David Sirota and the Obamas and Leonardo DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence to tell you that
ridiculous.
while trying to metaphorically shame you about climate change? Is that I would like...
World Economic Forum probably loves this movie.
No, I think that it was entertaining as in...
Well, Leo's a young global leader.
You got to remember, though, there's a lot of people out there who still honestly believe like the president is really the fucking adult in the room making all these decisions.
How about this? They wouldn't even talk to the president. The president would not be in the conversation at that point because they don't have control over that. So the fact that they even went to the president directly didn't make any fucking sense to me, because they would go to someone else, like in the military or whatever, like the Pentagon guy. Like,
dude,
they would not go to her.
I don't know. Okay, I know the people are dumb. I know the people are dumb.
Those people.
Everybody for the last almost 15 years, right, has watched us go let's say from the 21st century. They've watched a drunk cowboy lie us into a couple of wars that the first black president picked up and turned into 7 while the economy totally crashed, and that dude gave all of the billionaires all of the money and further consolidated the power base in the country while opening up the Arctic for drilling and crushing the skulls of not just the Occupy protesters, but Black Lives Matter protesters too. The OG ones. The first was 2014. That was Barack Obama. That was Black Tea. Go ahead.
Pipeline protesters also.
Yes, I mean, gotta get in there, man. 2014. But I mean, and then fucking shit. So that happened, and then the next guy who got into office, they gave that guy a Nobel Peace Prize, by the way.
Yeah.
The guy that I just with all the wars, the fucking skull cracking, that guy. They gave him a Nobel Peace Prize, and then the next president was already a Hall of Famer in the World Wrestling Entertainment Hall of Fame. As the villain, after having a very, very, very lucrative and successful career as a reality TV host, where he played the fucking asshole boss, and people still were like, yeah, no, it's real, and then to prove that it's not real. They put up a fucking guy with dementia who gropes children on camera, and a fucking cop that would would sit there stone-faced until somebody took a baby kitten out and strangled it, and then she'd be like, those are that's the president and vice president. They want you to think that's real after President Nobel Peace Prize fucking starts a whole bunch of illegal wars, turns the country over to President World Wrestling fucking Federation Hall of Fame, who gives the president the fucking instant grits in his head where the brain should be. Yeah, it's real. It's totally fucking real. It is. Go ahead, believe that shit. Do it. No, go ahead.
You're in control.
You got to remember, Steve. Like, I literally just watched a live stream where easily over 1,000 people have watched it already in 24 hours, and these people are still arguing. We can just get this done and get this done, and then we could do some ballot initiatives and get some things changed. There's still a lot of people who are fucking way too slow at catching up. So what the fuck is really going on? That's all I'm saying. I mean, I get it. You get it. Everybody on this panel gets it. But we got a lot of motherfuckers who got molasses in the brains. I mean, I to say it nicely, I say the level of naiveness that's going on out there, the level of how fucking dense a lot of these people are. You almost need a shitty movie like this to explain 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, I told Chris earlier, I was talking to him off camera, and I said, these people's hope, they live so much in the land of hope that they can't focus on reality, what's real in front of them. It's like adults who still fucking believe in Santa Claus and Easter. That's the population we're living in. So what do you do with these types of people? I'm with you, brother. I am 100% with you. But what do you do with these people?
They're dividing them with this sort of stupid ass movie. The whole point is to divide people into groups, and to show that in the movie as well.
No, I don't think they're dividing them. I honestly think that they're mocking them
and then killing them.
Try to get them to wake up a little bit.
Nobody's gonna wake up from this movie, though. Nobody's gonna watch this movie and have the same feeling of the Matrix, for example, and be like, "Oh, I get this." This is not gonna change anyone's minds about anything.
Hot garbage.
We already do everything.
Let's not bring that hot garbage up right now, because that was fucking even worse. Because the difference.
No, I'm talking about the original Matrix. Nobody's gonna wake up and be like, "Oh shit, I've been seeing things differently than what it is. I'm going to look into this. I need to know more about climate change." Nobody comes away from this movie wanting to know more about climate change. Adam McKay.
If you're talking the original Matrix, original Matrix, if you can't understand the concepts and things that were going on to explain the original Matrix, then you need a movie like this.
No, you don't. Nobody needed this movie.
Because you got to step it down a couple more levels.
But it's too far down because there's no subtlety, there's no humor. It's just this joke. Why did they show the bags so much? I didn't understand some of these.
All I'm saying is, you and everybody on this panel. I'm gonna take a hit here saying this, but we see what the fuck is going on. There are so many that need this shit slowed back down to fucking remedial for them to have.
Not from a virtue signaling limousine liberals like these people who are fucking fake as fuck. Leo DiCaprio doesn't care about the environment.
I'm not even talking about limousine liberals. I'm talking about these people who consider themselves Green Party and MVP and all this bullshit like that. This needs to be slowed down for even them. They don't get it. If they got it, they wouldn't be still doing the dumb shit that they're doing. If they got it, they would not be spending hours on live streams talking about, well, all we need to do is just get rid of this and get rid of that, and then this is going to be fixed. The fact that they're doing live streams like that means they don't fucking
I don't feel like this movie has anything to do with that, though. I feel like you're conflating two different things, to be honest.
No,
because
there's
no real legit live streaming in this movie that
no, what I'm saying is
thought-provoking
some of those
or anything
people,
like that.
Like for instance, the guy who runs the corporation, I can't remember what his name is, which he basically comes off as a mixture of
the Bash guy.
Bash. He's a mixture of Steve Jobs.
Is he like Elon Musk and Tim from Apple?
He's like
that's what I got.
Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and Bill Gates all rolled into one. That's what he represents. For these people, a lot of these people don't realize somebody like that has the power that they have. They still don't get it. I know you get it, but they don't get it, Elle. They really don't.
But I don't think these are the people to talk down to them about it. I don't think this is the way to get them to know.
So before we get too stuck on this movie, right? Sorry guys to interject, but at the end of the day, it doesn't sound like it's a movie worth watching.
It's just a movie that happened.
If you were bored out of your mind,
it's not worth
you don't
it.
want to think about it very much, okay, watch it if you're
The
bored.
telescope is cool.
But don't spend a lot of time on psychoanalyzing this like this is a fucking deep fucking piece. It's not.
Dr. Strangelove, it ain't.
Yeah.
Slide into Marcus's DMs and talk to him all about Don't Look Up.
You know, speaking about money,
you're gonna have my DM flooded now, Steve.
Before sticking with what happened in 2021, the housing market and the rental situation, that shit is out of control. Looking for a house as a buyer unless you're flush with cash and you're willing to go in with your best and highest offer on your initial offer, it's a bidding war. I don't know what the rest of the country looks like, but here in Florida, it's a mess because we do have so many people from up north coming down here. They're paying a lot of money and they really don't care because they have it, and they're just really trying to get the hell up out of New York or New Jersey or wherever it is they're coming from. I know down there in Georgia, you guys are kind of going through the same thing, right?
Yes, it's actually quite profound. I've never seen anything like. I think I didn't even give you a perfect example. My sister was trying to find a house because of the hurricane. She got tired of hurricanes in Louisiana. Couldn't find it. I think it took her from August to November, December, something like that, before she and her family was finally able to find one. So the stuff I heard about in New York, where the landlord, supposedly the landlord's the moratorium regarding the landlord deal and stuff like that is about to expire, that Como started. I thought that was fascinating. But yeah, the housing market is just a mess. I mean,
it's great. My neighbor, look, they hit both of my neighbors with a $900 rent increase. One of them was crying, like, "Oh shit, I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Evictions, rent increases.
You can maybe find $75, $100, maybe even $200 in your budget for a rental increase. Hopefully you got a raise at your job to help you, make up the difference. You can cover a little bit of a difference, but finding $900 in your budget to pay your rent, that's you can't do it. So going forward, I wonder if we're going to see more situations where more people are just staying together just because they really can't afford to, be on their own. People going back to their parents, shit like that. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Actually, that's been happening.
Living like out here in Cali.
Correct. Now, Mr. Street said it's going to drop. Guess who's going to hold the bag? The only thing about that, though, the investor class still has a ton of money, and they're still moving a lot of money and spending a lot of money. And I know that because, more or less I kind of work for them for a living. But, yeah, they're still buying up real estate and selling it like crazy. It doesn't have that same feel as it did in 05 and 06.
Well, that's because it's almost all entirely in hedge funds now and giant fucking capital firms. That's who's making the bulk of real estate purchases. You're not seeing fucking single family home purchases being made by first time home buyers. You're seeing is you're also seeing a lot of people fleeing states and like exchanging homes, more or less. Where people are getting the hell out of California because it's Gavin Newsom's California. And there's also the people that are getting out of red states so they can go to places with like tighter corona restrictions. It's weird.
Is that a thing? Have people
weird.
Are people really looking to move to places where the restrictions are tighter? Wow.
Yeah, there's people. Yeah, people that have moved out of like Texas and Florida and some other states because they're like, no, it's out of control. They're going to kill me.
You know what? And a lot of these people, they're full of shit too. And let me just say that. Why do I say this? AOC is down here. You know what I'm saying? She was. I know you guys probably all saw it on Twitter. She's down here in Miami. Enjoying her.
Yeah, because her governor fucking locked everything down, and she was like, "How the fuck I'm gonna kick back and drink a fucking New Year's Eve adrenochromatini with my awkward ass fucking like bloated fucking Ron Weasley looking ass dude."
But then they'll go on Twitter and talk about how, like, for instance, how DeSantis doesn't do anything to protect the people from corona, but yet you're coming down here to enjoy your little vacation based on the lack of restrictions, that we don't have here, but you have in New York. So again, all these people are full of shit. Like, I really wish they would just stay the fuck home at this point. Like, I know I'm from New York too. I shouldn't be talking too much shit, but nah, fuck that. This new batch of them, they could stay there with their soft asses. Sorry, they're not like they too soft, man. They not like my era of New York, man. They different.
I want. Never mind.
Yeah, I know, because that's what...
You don't talk crazy.
I was about to say something really bad.
I know. Marcus was about. I knew Marcus was about to say something real disrespectful, but the alcohol must be wearing off.
I saw that.
I'll put it in a private chat. That's what I'll do.
I saw what she did. Like, she was like, "Oh, they have this weird sexual obsession with me, and I just don't understand. It's all conservatives." And it was just like, man, like, shut the fuck up. Like, ain't nobody talk about that. Like, really, you weigh like 108 pounds. Like, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, not everybody wants to beat you, shorty. No, I don't want you. Trust me, there's a lot of us that just look at you like, you look like a Q-tip with some makeup. Like, beat it. Yeah.
God. I'm about to read what Marcus said. Marcus.
I can't. I'm telling you, I can't.
What the fuck is that?
What do you mean? What the fuck is that?
No, I mean, what the fuck? I mean, no.
I can't.
No, that's not what I mean, Steve. You know what I mean.
Sometimes I just think bad stuff sometimes.
So I said this on Twitter earlier. Because
came out like that. I know what he means.
According to AOC, she already died at least once last year.
Correct.
I am in no way, shape, or form attracted to a dead bitch. So she is totally safe from me ever harboring even the slightest sexual or romantic thought about her. Although I thank her for her sacrifice. And I'm sorry that they murdered her on January 6th of 2021 as she bravely fended them off from an office building. She died doing what she loved, getting murdered by right-wingers.
I'm gonna give y'all a ludicrous song to describe that. I told you, Steve, it's not romance. It's this. Go look up the song, see what it's about. I see. Oh shit, Franco's in the house. What's up, my
Oh, sure.
Oh, okay. Look, since Franco's here, I don't know if you guys saw his debate with Vouch. That should be pretty
Franco,
funny.
I'm a little drunk, so excuse me tonight.
Yeah, Vouch. So to those of us, to the people in the crowd who may not know, our good friend Franco from Frank Analysis, who just showed up in the chat, he had a debate.
I'm surprised he did it, by the way.
I know he had a debate with Vouch, and Vouch ended up rage quitting.
You can call it that.
Yeah, correct. That's how I put the quote.
He made him rage quit.
Major event that happened.
He made him rage quit. So
Frank Analysis became Vouch's new father.
I was impressed.
That's what happened.
It was a school session.
Yeah.
For those who did not see that debate.
Yes, Franco, you get my reference here, dog.
Metaphorically, what he did was he grabbed him by the shirt and walked around in a circle and pointed to the crowd as he just smacked him every once in a while, like, this is my bitch right here. Y'all see this?
I didn't even think it was like that. I pictured more like, Franco going, all right, Vash, let me show you around town, son. There's the school. There's the grocery store. Those are some kids playing in the playground. This is how life works.
And here's the bottom of my boot, bitch.
You ever see that episode? Wait. You ever see that episode of King of the Hill where that slow man was bullying Bobby too much and Hank got pissed and Hank just started literally kicking the slow guy in the ass all around the raceway? That's what it felt like watching Franco with us.
And the thing about it was, it was so many.
Just kicking his ass.
It was so many logical fallacies, which Vouch kept trying to fucking move the goalpost to fucking Cleveland, and they were in fucking DC. I mean, it was ridiculous. What did he say? We need drunk Marcus at least once a month. I don't know. I don't know if that's safe. But
not tomorrow.
Yeah, because
why not tomorrow? I definitely.
I gotta do multiple characters. You remember? I gotta do multiple characters. I will not remember
drunk Morpheus, drunk Cypher. I could see that. That could work.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yo, Neil, stop being a bitch. Take this pill. That would be funny. There is no blue pill. Just take this red pill, shut the hell up, and let's go shoot everybody.
They don't see now they're gonna know the fucking truth. Chris knows this, Elle knows this, Steve knows this, everybody knows this outside the camera. I be on my best behavior most of the time. Don't lie.
He really does.
Well, damn, Elle.
Y'all do. Steve knows. I'm. This is an edited version of me. You guys do not see the real me most of the time, and I'm a little bit more blunt. I have a little bit more asshole than you guys know, and a lot of times I don't give a fuck.
I have a lot more asshole than you guys know.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Elle. Why you don't want this on your? You don't want this on your screen? Why not?
And Marcus, we're gonna have to get off of YouTube at some point this year because we're
No,
we have to be very careful.
I'm
what we
working on
say.
the Odyssey thing. I'm working on the Odyssey.
Okay.
You know, I might have to get Jalen to fucking teach me how to do it, but I mean, I'm gonna figure it out at one point. And then now that I have my laptop, because this is honestly what I've been waiting for. Once I got my laptop, I can start fucking just downloading all this shit, and I'll start uploading everything. So then I can just let L go fucking buck wild one night, and then get us that last strike, and then we'll move on over.
Yeah, we just let L go. We just be like, L, go ahead, do your COVID thing, and it won't be long before they'll pull the plug live.
They might pull the plug live on us.
Play some Fauci clips.
COVID, Maxwell, play some Fauci, talk about direct energy weapons.
And on Khashoggi and Iran
Promise,
Contra.
throwing some stuff about
Operation
Promise.
Paperclip.
Couple stuff about fuck Israel.
Yeah, because you gotta realize, like, honestly,
That'll probably be first, Glory.
You got like 10 different assholes in here, which will come out in different ways. So it's just a matter of which asshole you want to speak at which time. If you want the fuck Israel asshole to come out, he'll come out. You want the fuck Fauci and the MSNBC, hey, he'll come out.
Any of those assholes a dog walker?
No, I'm a cat walker.
Cats don't need to be walked. They're not.
Hey, I walk my pussies.
Independent. A pussy walker?
Yo, that came out so quick, so smooth. That was like, yo.
I knew it was coming.
Like he was thinking about it forever.
I knew it was coming too. The moment he said no, I'm a cat walker.
Yo, that came so quick, like a return.
The only thing he paused to do was to look for a pack of cools that should have been there. Should have been there.
Guys, everyone, Franco in the chat is right. We should talk about the revolutionary ideology that is modern monetary theory, aka MMT.
Wait, hang on.
Oh God, I know what's coming.
Oh shit!
Y'all do know that like one of my favorite lines from a movie of all time. Like I stick to this. Have you guys seen The Long Kiss Goodnight? Please tell me you have.
Oh, of course.
Yes, I mentioned it.
Of course. Glory, you know that movie?
Yeah, I don't recall it, but I know it.
In New York, I'm Frank. In Chicago, I'm Ernest.
Yeah.
I like when what did he say? You should stop making assumptions. You make an ass out of you and umption. Like just the way he said it, I was like, yo, I fucks with him. Yeah, Sam L been around.
That was a great character.
Forever. You
remember Black Snake Moan? He was crazy in that.
Yo, remember he was the crackhead.
What the hell? I thought you were getting glasses.
What's up, brother?
I had to get my MMT robe on. Can't talk about MMT unless you put on the robe. And then I think there's like a pair of slippers that you're supposed to get. And then also like one of those really expensive graphing calculators.
So since you're wearing the robe, Steve, would you like to tell us about the greatest thing to ever grace this planet theoretically and monetarily and modern monetary theory?
Technically, modern monetary theory is just a simple description of how money is created into the finance system in the United States. It is not, in fact, taxed into existence. It is in fact created by appropriations bills that Congress votes on and the president signs into law, and that is sent over to the Federal Reserve that enters a series of numbers into a computer, and those numbers wind up in other Federal Reserve banks that issue dollars as debits, which you can look at on the back of your dollar bills. And each I'm sorry. Like, I can actually do this. That's what's fucking crazy. Is that I can actually give you the fucking break. But yes, the humanity. Yes. This is fucking ridiculous, man.
I love it so much.
No, essentially what they're trying to say is because the United States is the government. The United States government is the sole issuer of our currency. We're the only people that created into existence that technically we can never go broke. Never in debt. The debt is just the amount of tax revenue that has been collected over the years. So according to the MMT people, the tax debt is in essence a surplus because it represents the amount of money, wealth that the U.S. has created.
Print more money.
Yeah.
I was gonna just say, so we print more money. It becomes
Real quick, Emmanuel, I think you got an echo.
Mad echo.
Okay.
Yeah. So we print more money. And we don't worry about inflation. Like, does this help with the crumbling of the system, or is this another crutch?
I could do that response as Spoon Boy from The Matrix, if you like.
Yay!
Oh boy.
What you must understand, Neo, is that there's no such thing as monetary currency. Monetary currency doesn't exist. Therefore, you can bend it to whatever you want, Neo.
That was pretty good.
What say you, Neo?
Bravo, sir. Bravo.
Neo's just like, what?
Whoa.
There it is.
Whoa.
That's the one I wanted.
Look, I know Kung Fu. And then what they had him say in this bullshit ass movie, I still know Kung Fu.
Wait.
Oh, man.
You mean federal taxes don't fund federal spending?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Or I can do screen rants. Wow.
That's some old bullshit, Mr. Anderson.
Wow.
Why did they make Anderson go from like this super tight like secret service agent to like this kind of
dirty hippie?
That man looked like a Batiman. There's no other way for me to say it, but he came across.
Have you not met Hugo Weaving?
Yeah, I did. But this other guy, no, I wasn't talking about Hugo Weaving. I was talking about the new dude who played Smith.
Hey, mahalo, brother, mahalo. Yes, it was fucking horrible. I'm trying to give people enough time if they want to watch the shit, and it is shit.
I don't want to watch it, so you can spoil it all you want around me.
I'm never watching it.
By next week, I'm dropping all fucking spoilers on that shit. I'm dicing that shit like it's fucking sushi. It was.
And you got to do it. You got to do it as drunk Uncle Marcus too.
Oh, you want me to do Blizzard first?
Marcus, this comment by Jim Young, the face diaper train assassins. Yo, that shit really made me rewind it when I was watching it. I said, wait a second.
These motherfuckers still had a mask on.
They shot this movie in the Matrix, and they made sure to put 2 people on the train in masks. Nobody else was wearing it. Man, I was just like, all right, y'all playing with people.
I'm like, why even shoot your guns? Why don't you just throw the guns at the people instead of trying to shoot them? Because you can't fucking hit shit. I mean, there's this one. Here's another thing, which I you know what? I'm gonna spoil this one part real quick, because you guys have all seen the fucking character Bugs has blue fucking hair. If you haven't seen that, then shut up. I don't care. She has fucking blue hair. Now, what does blue represent in the fucking Matrix? Control. That means that, of all things, wouldn't you have had her hair fucking black like normal? Have it fucking red? Have it yellow? I don't care, but don't have it fucking blue. Blue is symbolizing control inside the Matrix. So you're going to have the fucking leader of the ship, the one who's going to basically take over and be the fucking new Morpheus for him. Because don't even get me started on that fucking model bullshit version of fucking Morpheus. Who?
Yeah, they made him a little flamboyant. If you know what I mean, like
a little. Every fucking costume he wore was fucking neon. Are you serious?
And it was flowing, and it was like open, and I'm so mad because I love that movie. Yo, quick story.
He says that he's okay. I'm sorry. I'm giving some spoilers away. Sorry. Fuck it. I don't give a shit at this point. He's saying that, you know, I'm sent to fucking find Neo, and then he turns around, and at the point where he gets Neo, he's fucking questioning, "Are you working with the machines, bitch? Are you serious? Do we forget what you were doing 2 acts earlier? Who's really working with the machines? And did we forget what the fuck you are? And you're talking about somebody working with the fucking machines? You piece of shit." Sorry. I'm telling you, if I could, how do I say this without getting myself in too much trouble? Metaphorically, spiritually, if I had a way where I could punch Lana Wachowski in the fucking face or in the hoo-ha, I would. Like, uppercut her to the fucking moon for being such a dumbass. And I tell people, I said, this confirms to me more and more and more that you guys stole this shit from Sophia Stewart. How can you fucking devolve this shit into what it is now and make me believe that you guys really created this shit? Like I told Chris earlier, if you just look at Matrix, the first one, to Matrix Reloaded, you took it from he's supposed to be the hope for fucking humanity to bring them out of the Matrix. Then it turns to, no, he's just gonna fucking defeat Agent Smith and save a handful of people in Zion. You guys fucking completely subverted expectations. And then it's like all of a sudden, Agent Smith can't be fucking killed. I mean, he's literally punching people into whole fucking buildings. He took a pole out of the ground and literally used that to pole vault off of a fucking dude's back, and that doesn't kill him? Are you fucking serious?
You know what, Marcus? I just realized when they said this movie was like a metaphor for the trans community or whatever it is, it really was. They stole it from a black woman. White men stole it from a black woman. So I guess that is some kind of trans shit there for them, right?
They transitioned it over into somebody else's hands to make money off of it. That's what they did. They trans a lot.
They really did.
Even the first movie is all talking about like a savior. It's going into basically Abrahamic faith of a savior saving the people, to fucking Buddhism and all this other shit and trans allegories and all this shit in part 2. And for those who haven't seen Game of Thrones, I'm sorry, I'm about to spoil this shit for you too. It's like you can tell when George R.R. Martin's shit fucking start, when they ran out of script. You can tell when they start making up their own bullshit. It's fine the first 4 seasons. And then from season 5 to 8, it just turns into fucking toilet paper. Complete fucking toilet paper. That's what this movie has done. That's what the Matrix has done from 2 to 4. And I even like 2 and 3. But 4, I mean, they're still shitty. But I mean, compared to 4, these are fucking masterpieces. 4 is fucking complete toilet paper.
So Marcus, and sticking with this, because we had 2:20, so I don't want to go too much longer. So sticking with what we tried to do, what from 21 does each of us think that will stick with us in 22, and what do you think, what do you think this year will be like? Politically,
quickly,
socially,
Tomless,
everything.
Oklahoma. That's a vagina, sir. A hoo-ha is a yoni, a pussy. Vajay.
Mm-hmm. And in that case, I don't know
That
what
good.
we don't no, for them that's that bad. That's what I call that.
It's the uh-oh.
I mean, one thing that will stick with us going into this year, just based off of the pure timing of the case, is the buzz around the Ghislaine Maxwell trial.
Oh.
I can tell you what we're doing on the anniversary of January 6th right here. Me and Misty are doing the first episode of our new show called Free the Truth at 4 p.m. East Coast time, 1 p.m. California time. And it's going to be about whistleblowers and political prisoners and kind of that general area. So yes, that's what we'll be doing to celebrate January 6th, fuckers.
What I'll be doing for January 6th, I'll be watching that, what they put out, and I will be doing my drunk impersonations of Nancy Pelosi.
Oh God.
What about you, Al? What do you think from 21 to 22? What do you think is going to carry over most, besides the obvious with the the shots and all that other shit?
Cognitive dissonance.
You mean it's just going to get thicker?
Yes.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Yeah, I know. You can shove basically a month's supply of red pills down people's throats, and they'll still be like, Trump was the devil, Biden's our savior. It's unfortunate that they're so.
Is there a certain amount of blue pills I can eat to forget about the fucking Matrix 4?
The Matrix tomorrow, 3 p.m., 5 p.m., and 6
God, I need to memory hole that shit. Actually, everybody needs to memory hole that shit.
Oh,
Speaking
that's
of
what
memory
I'm
hole,
going to be doing Thursday, January 6th, is premiering the first episode of the year of Memory Hold, the podcast that I started last year at some point. Got a few episodes out. Shit got weird. Didn't get any more episodes out. Have another episode and more in the works. Yeah. I think I'm on 2 or 3 other shows on the 6th because I was at the one in DC. So there's a couple of people that
considering that was an insurrection, a major terrorist event, right? What has been the longest sentence that any of those people have received? Has it? I think I saw.
They haven't gone to court yet.
Oh, okay.
The shaman, the Q shaman.
Oh, that's right.
45 months, I believe.
Yeah.
You said 45
Yeah, he
months?
got a long. No, it was.
That was the sentence. No.
Daniel Hale got 45 months. I think he got 40 months or something like that. It wasn't quite. It ended up being just shy. It was just over 3.5 or just under 3.5 years or something like that. Which still, again, I remember covering it. I don't remember the exact date. Pull up the thumbnail for the fucking show we did that day, but I don't know what, But I remember it was slightly less than Daniel Hale got for disclosing the drone whistleblower, the drone program.
41 months. You're correct. 41 months, 36 months of supervised release, and $100 fine. And $100 fine. That's really what sent.
So he's got 5 months. and then 33 years of supervised release. So he's only doing 5 months, which means he's doing 3 months, which means he's probably got time served because he sat for a while. He might have to do another fucking 30 days or some shit like that. Just so people fucking forget his name for a little bit. Then he'll get out and he'll go on fucking Glenn Beck's show or something like that. Chrissy Marr will get about her podcast. As long as he wears they'll both wear the fucking buffalo hat. Conditional. Get him on the Blaze TV. Give him a fucking podcast with Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh no. That's another thing that happened in 2021 that I really want to leave in 2021 is the fucking cancer trial.
Mm-hmm. Chris, this is for you. Oh, wait a minute. Not that one. Where's it at? Shit. Here. This is for you, Chris.
Oh, yeah, I know. Like, this shit coming back like cook crack. I feel like we back in 88 again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm riding my bike, dodging all the crack vials on the floor. Like, you know, flu she just came back. I don't know where she been. Like, she real disobedient. She just walked away, left, didn't say nothing. Now she won't pop back up. Like, I don't know. I'm upset with her, but, you know, but here we are. So now they're telling us that they're changing the tests. They're combining tests to tell you
I just don't know if I can love you the same, baby.
That's what I'm saying, Steve. I don't know. You left me, shorty, for a whole year. Where you at? Like, who house you was at? Hotel, his house. Like, nah, this is not. We can't do this.
Mi cama vacía. You know, my bed's been vacant. Where you been, baby?
I'm telling you.
She pulled up Uncle Marcus, drunk Uncle Marcus, and left.
No, you know what? She got hot on the OnlyFans, and she got a freaking alias. That's what she been doing. God damn it! But now
went and changed her name to Florona.
Wearing blue wig. Wearing blue wig.
Does have a good ring to it.
Do the other one, Marcus.
Which America bitches.
Because that's what they were saying. Like, I saw an article based out, I think it was what is it, the Haaretz, or was it Jerusalem Post, one of them, and their headline
Times of Israel. I think it might have been Times of Israel, actually.
Times of Israel, yeah, that's it. Like,
I follow both newspapers. I mean, newspapers. It's crazy.
I mean, this is
I think from their official site, and like I can retweet their fucking article and get more tweets than they do from their fucking live article. They're fucking pathetic. But sorry.
Now you're straight. So do we see more or less of Bill Gates in 22?
Oh, hold on. Jimmy had something. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Okay.
No,
we're not going to see that in the United States at all.
I think it depends. I don't know if we'll see it in the States just because I think there's too many people not that this is necessarily a bad thing, but I think there's too many areas that aren't enforcing the mandates to in a fashion that forces people to actually protest it. Because here in LA, people protest it, but there's also a large number of businesses that are just don't give a fuck. And there's also people that say there's also people that say oh well, you know, I'm just gonna move to Florida or Texas, or I'm gonna move this way, or I'm gonna move this way. So they're moving instead of protesting. You know, it's not like it is in a place in, say, places in Europe where they're actually enforcing it in a hard manner. And because of that, you see protests like what you get in France or the Netherlands or Berlin, Germany, or Italy or Greece or any of those places where they're actually enforcing the mandates stricter.
Maybe when the booster
Australia too.
When the
You know the
booster
best
mandate
pro-
comes, then
You know the
it'll
best
change.
protests I would love to see, guys. I would love to just see, instead of people, we always tell people, take it to the streets, get out in the streets, protest, make noise. The best protest would be for everybody to sit in their fucking house. Like, not as
Compliance
a result
is
of
the
being
key.
told to stay in your house because of a lockdown, but to be real disobedient.
Parallel societies.
Conduct all of your business, but with different currency. Conduct all of your business pirating their electricity, but using your, doing it out in public fucking spaces and shit like that. You got somebody's fucking like operate your business, refuse to pay the tax, refuse to pay the sales tax, refuse to pay the state tax, refuse to pay the payroll tax. Fuck that shit. Break the fucking bank. Break it. Break it. Break it, break it, break it, break it, break it. Force runs on the fucking banks. Yeah, dude. If you want it to be the protest, let's talk about what a protest can look like. Right? You're right, Chris. You're absolutely right. Let's talk about what protests could look like, because it doesn't have to be you don't have to put a big old target on yourself and wait for a fucking cop to shoot you with a rubber bullet. You don't. You can. I have.
And for
well, I'll do it again.
Do a protest, please block traffic and stop big pussies with this fucking sidewalk, crosswalk shit. Elle knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We literally walk through marches that are like, do not comply, as they're waiting for a fucking crosswalk to tell them to go. Like, bitch, if you're trying to protest, disrupt shit.
You're supposed to make things uncomfortable. You're not supposed to be a spectacle. You're supposed to make shit uncomfortable and not work properly, right? So you stand in front of the courthouse. They can't conduct their business. You stand in front of a certain government institution. If you're going to be outside, right? But again, not everybody's prepared to deal with those types of consequences, which is understandable because they're shooting you in the eye with rubber bullets. So nobody wants to be missing the eye, and I dig that part. However, but just imagine you just sat home that day. We just, Steve fill up the bong, I roll something up, Marcus have a drink, Glory put on the anime, E get to talking shit, L is reading the Matrix, like,
and best believe whatever pirate site to watch that anime too.
But the problem is, I'm gonna take a line from Above the Rim. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this movie, where it's going. You guys familiar with the very illustrious Flip from Above the Rim? This is what Americans are. This is what he told Kyle Watson. He said, "You a pussy without the hair. I'll kiss you in your hot mouth." That's what Americans are. Pussies. They ain't gonna do shit.
That's true.
Nothing.
We're so, believe it or not, we're so comfortable even in our discomfort, right? That we're not willing to even disrupt that. If you tell people like, hey, look, you may have to go without certain things.
Well, okay, hang on. Let me push back on that. Another thing that happened in 2021 was nerds got together and broke the stock market for like 3 whole days.
That did happen.
Nerds got together by not leaving their house and sitting on their motherfucking couch, playing on their fucking phone, breaking the stock market. So don't give me that cynical bullshit, man, because all you have to do is give people the right self-interest. You don't have look, man, I'm gonna be on some gospel of selfishness shit here for a little bit, not because I believe in it, but because I think that it could be a gateway drug. I think that you don't get to really do shit for your community until you're all right. I think that most of activism is filled with people who are looking for some way to get whole that aren't looking for that. It is like any kind of self-healing aspect. I think there's a lot of fucking weird people that wind up doing that shit. I think there's a lot of weird people that wind up doing politics and shit. Like, I think there's a lot of weird people that wind up doing independent media for all the exact same
There's a
reasons.
lot of weird people.
I do.
Let's just say that.
I do. And I think that if people understood a little bit better that there's really nothing inherently wrong or selfish with wanting to be like a whole healthy human, nothing like inherently bad about that or wrong about that or anti-communal about that, the maybe people could start to understand that, like, wow, I actually can help my neighbor when I'm a healthy human being. I'm actually worth a shit at my job, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it is. When I'm, you healed dish like that. That's it, and it's that's where any and all of this has to start. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
No. I think you're right. Jimmy says, I've been at the state capitol, West Virginia, several times. At the same time on Friday, all by myself, and said, fucking state is clueless and or I'm not a great organizer. The thing is, like Steve was saying, all jokes aside, is we gotta be more clever. We just gotta think more. There are solutions if we're creative enough and figure out the right way to attack. Just like Chris was talking about before, and Steve brought up, both of them brought up these points kind of matched together. The GameStop, it hit them and nobody even had to leave their homes. Coordinated attacks, like say, for instance, if you decide, you know what, all of us are not buying shit from Amazon for a day at least, or we're not going to do X, or we're not going to do Y. We just got to figure out the right way to hit them. And it has to be organized and concerted at the same time. If we're able to do that, then we can exert our power. But the problem is, a lot of times we're so splintered into so many different avenues. And it's not that we shouldn't care about all these different avenues. We should care about Commander X. We should care about Julian Assange. We should care about, debt relief. We should care about student loans. But what we need to do is sometimes be able to organize and say, okay, all of us need to put all our weight and pressure on this particular thing at this particular time. And we could be more effective than when we're kind of splintered across trying to hit all of these different things at the same time. That's my thought.
But at the end of the day, remember, like, if you're not trying to take it down, if you're not trying to take down the system, like, there's no point in saying anything, right? Because you're not going to go in there and infiltrate it and change it from the inside. That's not going, like, that's fool's gold type shit, right? So if you're not trying to, like, put a wrench in the shit, then just, like, just grow some food, have some fun, cook out on the grill, enjoy some music, you know what I'm saying? Tina was good. And, just enjoy life. But don't think that you're going to be able to negotiate with the security guards at the gate, which would be Congress, right? Because I call them the security guards. You're not going to be able to negotiate with them to pass shit that's going to work for you, because they don't work for us. And I think the more people understand that voting and supporting these politicians is just an absolute waste of your time, the better off we'll be. But clearly we know that, and most of this audience knows that, so it's kind of like beating a dead horse. But to those who may watch it and think like, oh, maybe if we just vote for the Green Party, maybe if we vote for the Yellow Party, we'll be all right. No, bitch. The system ain't designed. They're not going to let you vote your way to what you want. It's not going to happen.
You can't negotiate with the terrorists.
Exactly, Jimmy. That's what you got to look at right there. We need to pour a bucket of nuts and bolts down the carburetor of this country's entire governmental system. Exactly. You got to find the ways to apply the pressure in the right area. I mean, think about it. It only takes 5 pounds of pressure to break a bone if you apply it the right way. And you know, that's
this is gonna be this is gonna be sexist, and that's fine, you know, whatever.
Oh
But
God.
look, if you want to get their attention, you just treat them like a woman. Ignore them. What happens when you ignore them? They tend to come look for you to figure out what's going on. So I'm just
like
saying.
I tell people all the time, if all of a sudden imagine if the people who came out to election
It wasn't that bad, Glory.
if it
Oh
dropped,
no, I thought it was gonna be way worse, honestly.
Yeah, that was fine.
if it dropped to 10%, you couldn't bullshit and lie and cheat nearly as much. They see what they want is they don't want you to say, you know what, fuck it, we can't do anything. They want you to still be engaged and think you can do something through the electoral process. If you say, we already know you guys are full of shit, you guys have corrupted that, and you back all the way away from that, their insecurity, them wanting you to think that you have a stake within the means they provided, hurts them because they're vain. It's like I tell people, we didn't lose in Afghanistan. The reason why they pulled out of Afghanistan is because public pressure, people were like, we're done with this shit. We don't care about fucking Afghanistan anymore. And they knew they couldn't keep on fucking doing their little game over there. So they said, you know what, we'll just pull back. That's what it's about. You have to show them, you know what, either we put pressure in an area or we tell them, you know what, fuck it. You guys are going to do what you want to do. So fuck it. Go ahead and do it. We're not going to be a part of it. And they're like, no. Come back, please. Like Chris was saying. I mean, we just got to be creative with the way we fight against the system. That's all.
Fuck PayPal, by the way.
And vote blue and all that bullshit. So. E, you've been quiet for a while. I want to hear. Tell us your message.
I had some technical. Okay, first of all, drunk Uncle Marcus. I was having some trouble with my.
I'm sober now.
I was having some technical difficulties.
Aw, damn it.
Okay. I was having some technical difficulties with my setup. What is your question?
Well, what are some of the means that you think we can use to interrupt and disrupt this system? I mean, everybody goes to the, let's get boots on the ground, let's march, let's throw signs out there. I honestly, I heard somebody say this, and I was like, are you that naive, really? I mean, I don't want to insult you, but damn, you really think that they're like, what we should do is we should all hop on planes, and we should all go over to Davos and stand out there and picket in front of Davos. And I'm like, you do realize none of the fucking people in Davos ride cars in. They all fucking take helicopters and land on the roof and fucking come in and out that way. They will never see your fucking picket sign. I mean, and that's kind of what we do sometimes with all this protesting. Yeah, it might seem like a good idea, but is it really?
Well, I mean, it helps. It helps for the awareness part, right? For people in locally, right, who driving by and they see the signs and they're like, "Oh, what's this about?" Hopefully, that would prompt them to go and look further into the issue. You know, that's Pollyanna shit. Because most people are just gonna be like, as long as I hope these people ain't in my way, I'll run a motherfucker over. You know, just real. But at the end, the only way you make a change is to leave. Yeah, leave the system. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily have to physically leave. I mean, I guess you could do that too, but you just don't participate in their shit. You know, don't give your emotions over to them. And it's a whole lot of things you could do, basic shit, that doesn't require you to put yourself in the way of one of the rubber bullets or, handcuffs. Like the drunk girl downstairs earlier, Marcus.
Oh, that shit. Yeah, that was fucking funny. Red pill, blue. Well, L says red pill, blue pill, or no pill. Well, I have another option.
Black pill, then white pill.
We call it red pill, blue pill, clear pill. We're trying to.
Well, which one helps you? Which one helps you stay up longer, L?
I don't do pills.
Which kind of up are you talking about? Because there's a different kind of blue pill, which can help in ways. I'll let y'all figure that one out.
I think most men are gonna be like, yeah, I'll try the blue pill.
I mean, in my 20s, even though I didn't need the blue pill, it was a wild enough night. I would have took a couple of blue pills. Just saying. See, I
I've
guess
always been
sober. E. Sorry.
Look, I was always afraid I was gonna be the one to
Definitely
get
not
like a heart
100%
attack.
sober, Marcus.
Look, I was always the one afraid that shit was gonna make my heart rate.
That's sober, Marcus. I hate to see what drunk Marcus say.
I never tried it.
Halfway.
I never tried it. But all my friends have tried it. They're like, yo, you gotta try this shit. Just like crack. I'm like, nah, son. I'm gonna be the one that's addicted. You tried it once, you out, not me. Nah, I'm good. I'll just go with, I'll go with whatever they gave me.
I gotta be partying like Led Zeppelin or AC/DC or some shit. Like I gotta have one of them like super rock star parties to be on that shit. Because I let's just say
to be on what exactly? Marcus.
Different type of
You need to listen to hair metal before you'll pop Viagra. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna tell you
that's what does it for you, that biker short shit?
I'm gonna need.
All right, man. All right, bro. All
We're
right.
learning a lot about you tonight, Marcus.
It's cool, man.
I know, right?
In the Navy.
I'm not trying to destroy some woman for the rest of her life. I'm gonna need a couple. That's all I'm saying.
Too much.
You're not trying to give her the AOC treatment.
Hey, I didn't. Hey,
quickly.
I am having a hard time believing this is sober Uncle Marcus.
Not only is Adam Kokesh out of jail, he got his charges dropped. He got his truck returned to him with the 12-day impound fee waived. He of course dog's back. But also there's he is allowed to carry and distribute psilocybin mushrooms for free in the state of Colorado now. Not only did he come out like a champ on that, like he's actually setting precedent that is going to make it easier for veterans and eventually everybody to safely use as medicine psilocybin in the state of Colorado. Yeah. So thank you for bringing that up. That's cool. That's a thing that happened in 2021. Cheers. Appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mr. Street, we got the. I don't know if you got the new Neo. Because what the new Neo was actually Lana Wachowski basically projecting herself into the film. That's what that was. I'll break that down later on to people, but all she did, and literally they turned this one into a trans allegory because she started off as Thomas Anderson and ended as Trinity. Oh yeah, let's I guess it's what 2:47 in. Let's get to some predictions, people. Let's get to some predictions.
I predict that Biden's still going to drop dead at some point this year, or he's going to fall.
Kamala Harris will punch assassinate Joe Biden on live television.
Yeah, something's gonna happen. Something's gonna happen to Biden this year, and I think most likely it's gonna be a fall, and he'll bust his shit, and he's out of there.
Okay. Protests will kick back in. That's probably why the administration's asking the Supreme Court to come in, and because they're gonna start knocking some heads, regardless of how that plays out.
I think protests are going to ramp up definitely in Europe, in places like Germany and Italy and the Netherlands.
Mm-hmm.
Sending good luck to all the people over there for that. I think, I don't know.
Yeah. Good Lord.
See, okay. As much as I want to see that happen, I honestly don't think that she would do her own dirty work.
No, they don't do that.
Well, or trust herself with a gun. You know, that's why I'd punch assassinate. Maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bro, I'm fuck.
You think that's a ball hit?
Maybe they'll go out hunting together.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh yeah, that's right. She could pull a Cheney, and just be like, you know, Toma, take that. Like,
right.
You know, now I'm president.
Let's go down to the border, Joe.
Listen, put it this way. I'd rather take a Kissinger death over a Biden death.
Yes.
Henry Kissinger. Don't get the wrong Kissinger. You know which Kissinger we want 2022. Come on.
Well,
I don't want death. I
2021
want
took
justice.
Kissinger's brother.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying get the right Kissinger this time. Don't fucking
well, there's not another guy. It's not like there's more of them running around. It's the sentient liver spot 2022.
Yeah, like you know which Kissinger we're talking about. I don't want some random ass like 28-year-old Adam Kissinger or some shit like that. Like, no, we want the Henry Kissinger. Come on. None of this fucking striptease half-ass bullshit.
No, read that shit. No,
that was uncalled for.
Hey, Joe.
He is nothing like
Let's go for a walk and watch the sunset, Joe.
Isn't that what
Joe, you've been a real good friend all these years. Boy, Joe.
Like Major.
That's what they do when they retire.
Been a good run, eh?
They go look at the sunset and the stars and shit.
Oh, you know what it's gonna be like? It's gonna be like Of Mice and Men, where Homeboy takes out Lenny.
Oh yeah, I hate that part.
Yeah.
But let me ask you guys: in 10 months, do you see Biden still, as the president?
Oh, okay.
Tell me again about the rabbits.
Trick question, because I never saw Biden as president.
He's not the president.
I mean, that's true. We know that, but do you think that he'll be able to keep up his charade until November?
No, I don't think so, personally.
I don't even think he thinks that.
He's looking bad. He's looking worse each time he goes out.
He was shaking last time. And
if that was one of our family members, and the crazy part is the crazy part with these shitty ass liberals and Democrats, if he was at the dinner table, everyone would be saying, hey, you see how dad is doing, you see how uncle is doing, like we should not leave him alone, etc., etc. You talk to these liberals about politics and they're like, Joe's doing a great job. Like, I'm so supportive of him and I'm so proud. And it's just like, yo, he's like,
when he was on the campaign trail. When he was on the campaign trail, I was telling people that, like, if this was your family member, you would not let them babysit your kids.
Fuck no.
You wouldn't do, like straight the fucker. You would be expecting the phone to ring, and it would be, we found him naked in the freezer aisle again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to talk to the DMV, like, and that's how that shit would be going, and like it would just be something that you fucking went through as a fan. But no, we got to do it as a country.
I would not trust that motherfucker to stay behind and water my plants.
No.
Let alone a fucking kid. Shit. You can't water my plants, dude. I don't know what the fuck's going on with you.
No. He doesn't get to babysit a cactus. No.
No. Fuck no. Yeah.
So we'll see. And, again, my what I get out of it from looking at it is not so much what's going to happen with him personally. It's just watching the reaction of the people who think that him and this administration are worth the dime, right? I just want to see what their reaction is going to be, what their excuses will be, because that'll be the entertaining part of it, right? Because we already know what time it is. We know who we're dealing with. It's not going to be at all a surprise to us, but I just want to see how much what conspiracy theories they come up with.
I'm gonna give a low-hanging fruit prediction, just one. The Democrats are going to get fucking obliterated in the primaries. Obliterated. And then, because this is why, like, if you look at what's been going on, they've been kind of dialing back. Like everybody's like, oh, all these new restrictions 2022. Yeah, but they said this shit like 3 months ago. So don't act like, oh, well, now this is new shit coming out. No, they said this shit months ago. They can't just pull it back now because fucking Omicron's not killing people yet. Or, well, shit, I doubt it is going to. But that's a whole nother fucking scenario. They gotta fucking do that. Now you hear the flu-rona coming out. Now it's gonna be the flu. You guys see where this shit is going? Oh, well, it went from 15 days quarantine to 10 days to 5 days.
Now we have an airborne strain of pneumonia, so look out for the new flu-rona. That's right, new flu-rona coming to an elementary school near you. New flu-rona. You can pre-order on Amazon right now.
Mm-hmm. With free delivery with Prime. I'll just say, the Democrats are so fucking slow to understanding shit. They're like, oh shit, we need to keep some of our people in power. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna dial back some of our heavy-handed approaches to hope that we can stay in, kind of like what Gavin Newsom did out here. Gavin Newsom's like, shit, well, let me throw some money at these people to fucking keep them calm down during the fucking recall so they don't boot me out. And then the moment I fucking get back in and beat the recalls, I'm going to double down on all the fucking lockdown shit that I was doing before. That's what they're hoping they can do. But, yeah, I honestly think once that red wave comes in, we'll see how that goes.
Quickly, if I could address something in the chat. Tina, the 90s were a syndemic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is so true here. There it is up there.
All right. Well, Steve or Glory, do you guys have anything you want to leave the crowd with?
Vanessa Beeley is on the program in 11 hours. She will be joining us for about an hour from Syria. Then her power is going to get cut. They've been cutting power from like 9 to 11 o'clock where she lives, starting over the last week because
they got rolling blackout.
No. It's just that's what their fucking fuel has been restricted going into the particular area of Syria where she lives because Israel keeps blowing shit up. And also other countries keep blowing shit up. And so there's just less power to go around because it's like that. So she'll be with us for an hour, which means I should put together.
So what's that? What's that? At 1 p.m. Eastern
1
time?
p.m. on the East Coast, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. She's also probably gonna pop back in on the morning show at some point this week. Morning show is Monday through Thursday, 8 a.m. on the West Coast, 11 a.m. on the East Coast. Dan Cohen is gonna be on. He broke that the first Omicron death actually really wasn't an Omicron death. And so when he started looking into it, it wasn't just a phone call. He turned it into the whole ass investigative report, which drops Tuesday. So he'll be on in the morning to talk about that. So that will be pretty fucking fun. Former Redacted Tonight correspondent John F. O'Donnell is going to be a pretty regular Thursday guest. Because he's funny as fuck and likes coming on to hang out, I guess. I don't know, it works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Got some incredible guests for the Slow News Day. And I'll throw it to Glory because she's got shit to plug again too.
And I was going to say, both of you guys, make sure to drop that in the DM so that I can tweet that out.
All right, thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I already plugged the Free the Truth show I have coming out with Misty, but I'll just give the reminder again. First episode is January 6th. Haha. So this coming Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. East Coast time, and what else? I have a Hive blog. It's at Zero Clips with 2 E's that I write on sometimes. If you feel so inclined, you can check that out. I also we also show up on Anonymous Fights Back, which airs every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. East Coast time, and there's for all the updates and developments surrounding the Commander X case, follow at FreeCommanderX _ on Twitter for all the information and that. And yeah, that's what I got. Thanks y'all for having me again. It was fun.
Oh, guys, thank you for coming on. We really appreciate that. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh shit!
Thank you,
Kelly.
Kelly, we missed you. You would have loved the conversation earlier. We were talking about blue pills, but not the blue pills.
Yeah, and it was me that brought it up this time.
And it was Marcus, not me. I behaved myself. I ain't having a
Also the monkey
story. So she's gonna be blown away.
Marcus had half a cocktail and got horny on Front Street, Kelly. It was
he did.
Fucking
he did.
Horny on Maine all night long.
Look, I don't even understand that because I'm not new to it, but what does that mean when people be like, "Yo, you're horny on the main"? What's that? You have.
He's out there. Everybody knows.
It's like it's on the public. Like, say you're just scrolling through Twitter and like a random account tweets like, "Ah, man, I wish I had some good dick right now." Like that's being horny on Maine.
Okay, got it. All right.
You're not even.
So basically, they're just looking for engage. So basically, you're just thirsty looking for engagement.
Yeah. Like, it's not like you're talking about it with friends or like you're talking about it with your partner who you're
Dear
with.
Internet,
like, no.
I would like some ass tonight.
Yeah, like, no, I would just like to announce to everyone that I am horny on Maine and I would like some good dick tonight. Like that shit.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, yo, the things people do.
Here. Not my fault.
Good, you made it through. You didn't piss off too many people. Yeah, Kelly, next time.
Oh yeah. Oh, and I want to say, and make sure if you can help our brother Steve out. He has some damage to his vehicle, and so just help the brother out if you can. In any way you can. Reach out.
Cash App, Slow News Day. Right?
Yeah,
Slow
thank you guys. I appreciate it. Actually, you know what though? So I've had my truck got Epsteined, but I've fucking, it's been an off day. Fundraiser hit its goal. I need to take it down. I do have to start like the regular Here's How Slow News Day gets through the month fundraiser thing, which I would imagine it's gonna be light this month, but that's fucking fine. But yeah, dude, no, it was awesome. Over 100 people donated in like less than 2 weeks. It was fucking incredible, dude. I'm fucking blown away, absolutely blown away. And yeah, dude, thank you to everybody who fucking kicked in for that, dude. Huge thanks to Rob Judo.
Rob Wizard.
Yeah. And big shout out to Sam Tripoli. Okay.
Look, that sounds like your parent, right? Like, all right, time to go. All right.
No, he's going to
I
the.
thought that was
He's
the
going to
director.
the store. He's going to the store for smokes.
And never coming back, right?
I said you're just stepping out for smokes. Right.
Better come back, motherfucker.
Coming back. Well, as usual, I guess that's it. Marcus, man, wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm sort of sober, E. Oh, we didn't get a prediction out of you, Chris, or E. Something quick for us.
Mutual aid. Everybody helping each other.
You think that? No, I said prediction. Prediction 2022. Give us a prediction, quick, on the spot.
I did give a prediction.
That's his prediction.
Dead. No, dead. No, dead. Okay. Dead. Dead Biden. Dead Pelosi.
Kill everyone.
What?
Are you giving predictions or wishes?
No, it's. Hey, if they can take the great Betty White, anybody's up, right?
There we go. Hey, yeah, Betty didn't make it to that 100.
Yeah.
99 still counts.
Yeah.
Yep.
My prediction will be that the zombie population will continue to grow and pushing us further to the outskirts. So, just be careful, mind yourself, because the Walking Dead is real. We live in it. So get your machetes ready and, do your best Michonne impression.
We're already living in the walking brain dead. So, I mean, I guess.
I agree, Tina. Bring the meteor.
Yeah.
Correct.
Comment. I actually have a machete, so I am ready.
I'm not going to disclose the weapons I have. I'll just leave it at that.
My roommate left it.
Don't bark up this wrong tree. I'll tell you that much. Do not bark up this tree. It won't be pleasant. And
don't knock on my door.
Yes. It's like that song, like she just mentioned. Who can they be knocking at my door? Don't hey. Make no sound, tiptoe across the floor. Don't fuck around over here. Problems will happen.
That was a serious song.
I guess I'm not sober. I'm sorry. I think I'm getting close, but I'm not sober yet.
He's trying.
We'll be tomorrow.
I will be tomorrow, definitely for.
What if he isn't? That would be fun.
Drunk Morpheus.
Yes. Well, shit, we already saw Drunk Morpheus. If you saw Matrix fucking 4, he came out the room like, what's up, guys? I'm like, what the hell is that shit? I mean, I never do the fucking red pill make people sick. Glory, stop laughing at me. Stop it.
All right, guys. Well, have a good night. We out of here, Marcus.
Sleep well.
Joined. I'm tired. It's like 2:30 here for me and E. The rest of you guys are like, I don't know why you're rushing. It's still early. It's 2:30.
I'm not. I'm ready. I need to pee.
I gotta pay.
My bladder is ready.
All right, guys. Well, this is the Political Matrix, joined by our good friend Slow News Day and Miss Glory,
We technically could call this a crossover episode right here. This was
on behalf of Marcus Rage, aka Drunk Uncle Marcus. We got L. Latham, E, the Blue Maverick, and myself, just shit talker. I appreciate everybody. Have a good evening.
Love y'all.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.